routine include a cool cup of caffeine? Make no beans about it. The fancier the drink, the more damage done. We'll tell you all about coffee, drinks, and calories. More people are watching The Early Show.
It looks like Tiger's laying up.
It's too loud, Lenny.
It looks like Tiger's laying up.
Still too loud.
Looks like Tiger's laying up.
Still too loud.
Rob Lowe, Joe Pantoliano, Dr. Vegas, Fridays this fall on CBS.
Welcome to the Delta Chelsea, Toronto's Family Fun headquarters. The moment you walk through the front door, you'll see the difference. From our family check-in to our variety in rooms, we're your home away from home. Kids love Camp Chelsea with a full lineup of supervised activities, including pool fun at our 4-story corkscrew water slide. Mom and Dad love the freedom to explore downtown Toronto or enjoy a little private time in one of our 6 restaurants and lounges. It's a vacation for the whole family. For special rates and packages, call 1-800-CHELSEA or visit deltachelsea.com.
So many problems, worries, but I'm confident with Celino and Barnes handling Gina's accident case. They're successful, know how to win.
A lot of law firms claim to be the best, but the fact is, we are the largest and we believe the most successful firm in Western New York.
No other firm has the power of 40 personal injury attorneys. Put our experience and success to work for you.
Trust, experience, success. It makes a difference.
Good morning and welcome to a special edition of Wake Up Rochester, live from the Delta Chelsea Hotel in Toronto, Ontario.
And good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for joining us. We're live here on the other side of the lake for a very special edition of Wake Up Rochester this morning.
The weather couldn't have been nicer this morning.
Well, you're welcome.
Taking credit, of course, only when the weather's nice.
I got to give credit to Christine, of course, who's back in our Rochester studios, keeping an eye on the weather for me while I'm over here. But we've had perfect weather, not only for you guys ride across on the ferry, but my drive up and all day yesterday when we were preparing for the show. It's been great.
We should mention as well where we are. We are outside right now in an atrium of the Delta Chelsea Hotel, right in the heart of downtown Toronto.
It is the perfect spot for our broadcast, and we have plenty to get to this morning.
Yeah.
As we mentioned, we have a lot coming up.
Yeah, very busy day, as it is always here on Wake Up Rochester. You know, in Rochester, of course, we've got great neighborhoods like Cornhill. Of course, we've got the Club District on Alexander Street. Here in Toronto, they've got neighborhoods like Chinatown, Greektown, the beaches. I'm going to take you to a few of those coming up a little later on.
Also ahead this morning, it is one of the hottest shows here in Toronto, and this morning it's making a stop here on Wake Up Rochester. We're talking about Mamma Mia, and one of the stars of the Toronto production is going to visit us here on our set this morning.
It's one of the hottest publications if you're trying to find out what to see and do. Wear magazine, and inside you'll find an ad on The Breeze, North America's newest and fastest border crossing. So we're going to take you across the lake and then show you the spectacular skyline and show you what you can find in Toronto. That's all coming up this morning.
As we mentioned, quite a whirlwind day yesterday. Rob, you were not with us, but Melissa and I got to enjoy our very first trip on the ferry.
That was a lot of fun. And we started with as I mentioned, a phenomenal sunrise at the Port of Rochester in Charlotte. We had some live reports from the port. We met the new CAT's president, the director of operations, and the captain, who was, of course, in charge of the 7:30 departure, and that was Dan Aycock. And then, of course, we boarded the ship.
And we went straight to the back deck because Melissa and I wanted to see exactly how windy it gets back there when the boat reaches full steam. It goes up to about 50, 55 miles an hour. And let me tell you, when you're on that back deck and it kicks up, your hair is whipping in that wind, and I could barely make it back inside. The wind was so strong.
And the wind is so strong, you want to hold on to your hats and hold on to your sunglasses, or they will be flying around in Lake Ontario. Hold on to any kids, too.
Yeah, hold on to small children, definitely.
And keep that Aquanet hair stuff going.
Yeah, sure.
Looks a little windy.
That's a good endorsement. Do you normally use Aquanet?
That's the one that really sticks, though,
yes,
isn't it?
Correct.
And apparently I missed a very special invite. You got to go to some place on the ferry that not everybody gets to go.
Someplace called The Bridge.
You're right, and that's where we hung out with the captain. That's Danny Aycock. He's one of the 2 captains right now. The other is John Williams. Danny typically works in the morning, and he's, of course, based in Texas, but now Rochester will be his home. And as I mentioned, Danny works the AM shifts, and then John works the night shifts. And on the bridge, I had a chance to understand the controls. There are 4 engines. He explained how to use the radar and watch the other boats in the lake. There's a simple joystick, almost like Atari, remember that from the 80s, that controls the vessel. And there's a little button there that says distress that's covered by plastic, but that's just in case they need the help.
They warned us, do not touch the distress button. I got to sit in the chief engineer's seat there. And it's really great to see this computer system they have. It really controls every facet of the ship, from the air conditioning to the doors to the engines. And what we really enjoyed seeing were the cameras. They have 30 cameras on board the ship. Wow. And we got to eavesdrop on some of our crew members.
They all behaved, though.
It's like Big Brother on the water.
I know, you're right.
It was really neat. But they have to keep an eye on things on the ship, so it's for security reasons.
It is indeed. So the ride over was smooth.
Yeah.
I'm curious about when you arrived, because you got all these people, all those cars, got to get off all at the same time, go through customs. Everything went well?
Everything went well.
Very
The ferry was a little bit late because it left the port of Rochester a little bit late.
Like 10, 15 minutes?
Yes, exactly. About 15
not a big
15 minutes. But when you got there and that ramp opened so you can see the skyline of Toronto, it is absolutely spectacular. You will see the skyline just as you're pulling right into port, and when disembarking, it is extremely organized. You move the bikers first, and then you move the tour buses and the cars, and then the walk-on passengers. As a walk-on, I was considered a walk-on. You leave the vessel, you go to customs, you go to immigration, and you have, of course, pick up your luggage along the way. And then when you get outside, you won't be stumped. I mean, you have city buses accessible. You have a row of taxis. They know to be there about 10 minutes before the ferry's set to arrive.
The whole process goes pretty quickly. We had 2 different carloads of people. I was in the first carload. We were back to the hotel, checking in here at the Delta Chelsea within 45 minutes.
Wow.
Now, Melissa, it took your crew a little bit longer because you guys had all the cameras and stuff that had to go through the border there. So it was a little bit lengthier on your end, but still, a very smooth process. I couldn't believe we were back to the hotel so quickly.
I know. It was really an easy flow.
So the average person who's just walking on or driving on can get through pretty quick?
Yeah, and I thought it was a hoot that the bikers got out first, and they were off and into the city exploring.
They had the right idea.
They must have the, you know, the fast lane access. It's like that bike lane on the road.
Yeah,
special treatment.
And it was so neat to see how they pack all the cars into the cargo hold in the vessel.
Yeah, it's a tight squeeze when you're in there trying to get back into your car.
Very cool. Well, now that you're here, of course, it's time to hit the roads and do some shopping. We got a few tips for you when you do come across, whether it's on the ferry or whether you're driving. If you're going to be here shopping, one thing we know is, of course, the U.S. dollar carries a little more weight here, about 30% more weight once you're across. There's some other financial tips we want to share with you. For denominations, for example, under $5, Canadian currency is made up of coins, so you're not going to carry around as many bills as you would, say, at home. You've got the $1 loonie and the $2 toonie coins. U.S. currency is accepted pretty much anywhere in the tourist areas of the city. Change, though, will come back to you in Canadian. So they're encouraging you to spend it before you leave. And of course, I've got a little change here.
Do you have your toonies and loonies already?
And I kind of miss these, actually, because you know what happens?
So which is which?
You throw these in your piggy bank, and eventually you've got like $300 in there.
You know what you can buy with a toonie? A Mr. Big candy bar.
They've both been, you've both discovered the candy bars.
I was pushing for these to be nicknamed the Mooney. You know why? Because on one side it's a queen with a bear behind.
Oh, boy. Okay.
Didn't take off.
Thanks, Rob.
Well, we'll have plenty more here from Toronto, but right now we are actually have a double broadcast today because we have our fine folks holding down the fort in Rochester. And
2 countries today. And so we turn to Katrina Irwin, who has all the top stories, so you can be up to date on this Thursday.
Good morning. Well, we're actually going to start off this morning with some news from Toronto. Our team there has learned that the Toronto Port Authority will meet today about the Toronto Ferry Terminal. We are told that ground will be broken sometime in August. Right now, there is a loading ramp for vehicles and a small makeshift building that passengers pass through. The building will cost $10.5 million. We'll have more on this story throughout the day on News 8 Now. The state Supreme Court has ruled that a law allowing video lottery terminals outside Indian-run casinos is unconstitutional. That's because money from the games is supporting the horse race tracks where they've been placed instead of going completely towards education. Despite the ruling, it's business as usual at racetracks like Finger Lakes, and appeals court won't hear the case until at least the fall. Today, the Monroe County Sheriff's Department will announce a new marine patrol that will be stationed on the west side of the Genesee River. The new unit will use state-of-the-art equipment and safety devices to patrol county parks and waterways. Enron's former chairman will reportedly surrender to authorities this morning at a federal court hearing. Ken Lay confirms that he's been indicted in connection with the collapse of Enron. He insists he's innocent. There is no word yet on charges Lay will face. Also today, the Securities and Exchange Commission is expected to bring civil charges against Enron's former chief. Do you want to give your family a fitness makeover? Then go to our website, WROC-TV.com. Click on Features and go to Active Family 8. Thanks to Excelis Blue Cross Blue Shield and News 8 Now, we're providing all sorts of tips to help you lead a healthier lifestyle. You can even log on and win prizes for your participation. And be sure to tune in tonight at 6 and 11 for our monthly Active Family 8 report. That's a quick look at this morning's headlines. It's coming up on 5:08. Time for Weather on the 8s and Christine Krafts.
Thank you, Katrina. We are looking at an okay start to the day, kind of like yesterday, a little sticky, a little humid out there. And we do have more showers and even a couple of storms in the forecast as well. Look at the satellite radar composite. You can see all that activity that we had through the overnight hours now off to the east of us, so that's the good news. We do have clearing skies back off towards Orleans and Genesee County and even into Erie County as well. But as we head throughout the day today, we will see hazy sunshine, kind of like what we had yesterday. And we're looking at winds out of the west, about 10 to 15 miles per hour. Temperatures in the mid-70s, dew points in the mid-60s, so it will still be humid out there, and there is a chance for a few showers, even a couple rumbles of thunder as we go throughout the afternoon. Not as widespread as yesterday. That's the good news. So we'll see some in Albion and over towards Canandaigua, but not everybody's seeing the activity that we did on Wednesday afternoon. Temperatures right now into the mid-60s here in Rochester, 67 degrees back in the fall. So everybody across the board looking at temperatures in the mid-60s for the most part. Up into Toronto, where our friends are, 64 degrees for them as well. A little bit broader scope, a little chilly up in Sault Ste. Marie, 53 degrees, 46 degrees in International Falls, and 70s down to the south of us. For us, we get back into the mid-70s for the daytime high. Those showers and storms pop up anytime throughout the afternoon. Once again, not as widespread as yesterday. Tonight, we'll see partial clearing overnight. We'll see the skies start to clear out. Temperatures fall back into the mid-70s, so feeling a lot more comfortable tonight than it did last night. Sunrise at 5:40, and it sets at 8:52 in the evening. Checking out the next 5 days, we'll have temperatures back into the upper 70s for the day on Friday. We'll see a lot of sunshine, and the weekend right now looking pretty darn nice. Mid-80s both days with a chance for thunderstorms Saturday afternoon and Sunday afternoon as well.
Not a bad start to the morning, both here and in Toronto.
Yes.
Okay.
Of course, they get to be outside.
Yes, that is one definite perk to being up there.
So it's a good thing it's not raining.
All right. Let's toss it back to Melissa, Kathy, and Rob.
All right, thanks Christine and Katrina.
Thank you. It is a beautiful morning here in Toronto. And coming up, we're going to show you how Toronto has really been transformed into a Hollywood backlot.
Yeah, a taste of Hollywood right here in Toronto. We're going to visit a place known as the Distillery District.
All right. That and much, much more is still ahead right here on this Thursday morning in Toronto. This is the relatively new Dundas Square, right in the heart of the city. From here, you can cross the road to the Eaton Center or hop on the subway, or hey, maybe just sit here and enjoy the day. You're watching Wake Up Rochester, live in Toronto on Channel 8.
Here I hide in the heart of the city like a stranger coming out of the rain.
It's here. Vision Auto Group's used car mega sale. Today through 9 Monday. All 5 Vision dealerships. 500 awesome used vehicles. Mega discounts. Cars, SUVs, pickups, minivans from $39.95. 100 under $149 a month. Mega. Buyers get a portable DVD player free. Gas grill free. Or 20-inch stereo TV free. Mega. Oil changes for life free. Mega. Credit issues? No issue here. Vision has over 10 million in approved loans. Mega. Do not miss Vision's used car mega sale. On now at Vision Ford, Nissan, Dodge, Hyundai, and Rochester and Canandaigua. Today till 9 Monday. It's mega.
Hi, I'm Tony at Performance Auto Sales. Stressed over shopping for that used vehicle? Steve and I would love to earn your business by making it simple. We have a variety of one-owner, fully serviced vehicles to fit your budget.
Attention parents and graduates, looking for a vehicle under $5,000? Come and see us at Performance Auto Sales for a wide selection of well-cared-for, Carfax certified vehicles.
So eliminate the hassle of used car shopping. Come see us at Performance Auto Sales. We'll talk later.
When a workplace accident devastated Steve Frank physically and financially, the insurance companies refused to pay. Jeffrey Friedman attorneys took those responsible to court. They won at trial and got Steve and his family the millions they needed and deserved. If you've suffered serious injury through the fault of others, call Jeffrey Friedman attorneys. They've obtained millions for other injury victims. Jeffrey Friedman attorneys, experienced, aggressive, dedicated.
Sealy, official supplier of the 2004 U.S. Olympic team. Sealy's Posturepedic twin mattresses are just $139, and Posturepedic queen sets are only $399. All with free delivery, setup, and removal. Only at the Sealy Sleep Centers at Raymore and Flanagan.
You're watching Wake Up Rochester, live from the Delta Chelsea Hotel in Toronto, Ontario.
It is a place that all women will want to visit. Toronto is home to the Shoe Museum, the Beta Shoe Museum. It's a unique 5-story facility. It features over 10,000 pairs of shoes, and it spans a collection that's accumulated over about 4,000 years.
And what will you find inside? Well, some red leather pumps worn by none other than Marilyn Monroe, John Lennon's Beatle boots from the early 60s, and red and silver platform boots worn by, who do you think? Elton John. You will find this museum on Bloor Street West in downtown Toronto. And of course, Bloor Street is where you'll find some hot shopping anyway.
Yeah, you can just go down the row and get your shopping done and then go and see what everybody else has bought. All the famous folk, what they put on their feet.
We're looking forward to a trip there, perhaps later on today.
Oh, I think that's a must on our to-do list.
Yeah,
Yes.
I have a feeling I'm going to be doing a lot of tagging along on shopping trips.
And if you want to use your credit card, please, by all means.
That's right. My credit card. My credit's good here, I think.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we'll find time in between shopping to go check out a little taste of Hollywood. Now, Toronto, of course, has kind of become Hollywood North, and there are several areas, several films that have been shot here. One of the most recent ones was actually Mooseport. Romano was in that, and some locals as well. A lot of the films now are being shot in the new Distillery District and have been shot there as well. And it's a neighborhood that's been around for about 160 years. It was founded in 1832 by William Goderham and James Worts. Now, the distillery soon became the largest in the entire British Empire, which is saying a lot given the time. Now, the founders still, the names rather, still fame the district today. It's one of the best preserved collections of Victorian industrial architecture, and Toronto's arts community is making the most of it there. They're really putting it to good use.
We should mention there's a $20 million renovation that's currently underway, turning the distillery's 44 buildings into 100 shops, 21 art galleries, restaurants, microbreweries, so much more. And throughout the year, the distillery hosts various events like music and arts festivals. And as we've been talking about all morning, it's really become a hot spot for Hollywood.
Rob, you already mentioned Mooseport here, and a couple other top-name films that have been shot here. Chicago, X-Men, The Recruit, Frequency, Against the Ropes, The Hurricane, just a few of the titles. You can reach the distillery via East Front Street. It's down near the water. The actual address is on Mill Street. I got to wander around there last week when we came up to shoot some footage, and I happened to be there on Canada Day. So it was a national holiday, and it was not very crowded in the Distillery District at that point because I think a lot of people had taken the 4-day weekend and gotten out of town.
Sure.
So I would like to go back there and see it with a little more activity. There are so many neat things there.
Well, I want to mention I have a friend who's actually working in costumes with a film right now that's being shot in the Distillery District, and that gentleman is working on a film with Russell Crowe and Renee Zellweger, and it's a period piece right now being recorded. Try to get there. You probably won't see the celebrities. Of course, it is a Hollywood backlot.
Very cool. And there are films shooting all over the city as well. Right now, even, there is a marquee for Madison Square Garden stuck onto the side of the Hudson Bay Company. So you're walking along and all of a sudden,
it's like, well, where am I?
And it's like a circa 1932 type marquee.
Neat.
So something's going on there. We might have to go see if we can spot some stars a little later on.
Yeah.
Of course, that's definitely not Toronto's only connection to the stars. Each and every year, all of the big stars come out for the Toronto International Film Festival. It has become a major stop on the film festival circuit.
Well, we want to give everybody the dates. It's September 9th through the 18th. The advanced ticket sales will start next Wednesday, the 14th of July. To buy tickets, call 416, that's the Toronto area code, 968-FILM.
The film festival has been going on for many years now. It actually started out back in 1976, and it's grown very rapidly. It's now considered the premier film festival in North America. Now, last year, listen to some of the attendees on the list. Nicole Kidman, Denzel Washington, Alec Baldwin, Nicolas Cage, Francis Ford Coppola, and his daughter and fellow director, Sofia Coppola, just to name a few. So I have a feeling that wandering around Toronto, you have a great potential to see several stars.
I was there. You didn't mention me.
And Melissa Long.
Sure. I mean, it was a lot of fun. It was my first time going to the film festival, and you just need to spend just a few dollars to see really creative films.
Did you see any stars when you were there?
No, didn't see a one.
Well, you know, it takes some time. Sometimes you kind of have to look around and see what you can see. And while you're looking around Toronto, there's some great neighborhoods. Of course, Rochester has Cornhill, we've got the South Wedge, we've got the Entertainment District, all that kind of stuff. Here in Toronto, you've got Chinatown, Greektown, the beaches, the list goes on. And coming up, we're going to talk a little bit more about those neighborhoods. You know that there are over 100 different languages and dialects spoken here in the city of Toronto. We are live from right across the lake, and you're watching Wake Up Rochester on Channel 8. Good morning.
Today at 5 on News 8 Now.
If your workouts take you outside on muggy summer days, a new gadget can give you an immediate look at the heat index. Find out how it works in Health Watch.
Hey Larry, call me a cab, will you?
Someone can stop drunk driving. You.
It's here. Vision Auto Group's used car mega sale. Today through 9 Monday. All 5 Vision dealerships. 500 awesome used vehicles. Mega discounts. Cars, SUVs, pickups, minivans from $39.95. Mega. 100 under $149 a month. Mega. Buyers get a portable DVD player free. Gas grill free. Or 20-inch stereo TV free. Mega. Oil changes for life free. Mega. Credit issues? No issue here. Vision has over 10 million in approved loans. Mega. Do not miss Vision's used car mega sale. On now at Vision Ford, Nissan, Dodge, Hyundai in Rochester and Canandaigua. Today till 9 Monday. It's mega.
Do you know how the internet can help you grow your business? We do. How about getting ranked on Google and Yahoo? We can do that too. Are you getting a real return on your internet investment? Our clients are.
I needed to drive qualified traffic to my websites. LogicalSolutions.net worked magic with my sites and the search engines to get me ranked. More importantly, it drove customers to my golf courses. That's results.
We can develop your website, provide you premium hosting, and get you ranked in the search engines. Expect results. We do.
What do you do when your dog meets a skunk?
Right away I smelled it. He could not come in the house, he reeked. The first thing that came to my mind after he got skunked was to go on Roadrunner. The ingredients were hydrogen peroxide, baking soda, and also Dawn dish soap.
Recipes aren't just for cooking. Learn more, achieve more. Get the answers fast with Roadrunner High Speed Online. Get your first 6 months of Roadrunner for just $29.95 per month. Call 756-BEEP today. Nobody's faster than Roadrunner.
I was overwhelmed when I lost my Sarah, but my move to Parkwood Heights has really made my life easier for me and my family.
Parkwood Heights is a beautiful senior campus, offering comfortable apartments, helpful assistive services, and personalized choices to fit your individual needs. You won't believe the value waiting for you today at Parkwood Heights.
Grandpa, I just love to visit you in your new home.
You're watching Wake Up Rochester, live from the Delta Chelsea Hotel in Toronto, Ontario.
Good morning, and we're live from the heart of downtown here, a little atrium at this large hotel. We are talking about, of course, Toronto, and of course we have to highlight Rochester as well. And when Torontonians happen to board the ferry and arrive at the Port of Rochester, they can explore Charlotte, of course, explore the Cornhill area, Park Ave area, maybe take a bike ride along the Erie Canal.
Sure, well, there are plenty of little distinct neighborhoods here in Toronto, and Rob, you're going to highlight some of those. Each has its own distinct flair.
Yeah, and we'd be here all day if we tried to go through each and every little neighborhood in Toronto, so we thought it'd take just a few.
Toronto. The name comes from a Huron word that means meeting place, and that's exactly what it is, a multicultural meeting place for people of more than 100 different nationalities. It also plays host to people from all walks of life, from the high-power business tycoon to the flower-power artsy folks. As a result, very unique and wonderful neighborhoods have developed. Let's take a look at just a few. First stop, Chinatown. It's actually on the west side of downtown, but as you walk along Spadina, you'll feel like you've spun around the globe to the Orient. The streets are lined with merchants offering some of the city's freshest fruits and vegetables. But don't be shy. The etiquette around here is to get in there, find the best bunch. You'll also be able to pick up items like fresh duck or seafood, check out some of the latest news from the world of Asian entertainment, or grab a seat and treat yourself to some authentic Chinese cuisine. If all that isn't for you, it's also the best place to find that little trinket for the person who has everything. Next stop, a short drive to Queen Street West, where you'll find the city's alternative arts set. You can cruise the bars and pubs or shop for offbeat shoes. Very offbeat shoes. and some retro clothing. When you're on Queen Street, you can drop by and who knows, maybe you'll get on TV. Just bring what they call a loonie, a $1 coin, into the video booth, grab yourself a seat, and you've got 3 minutes to say whatever you want. And maybe plan before you drop your dollar. I got nothing. On that note, let's hightail it over to Greektown. Along Danforth in the northeast corner of the downtown core, you'll find some of the greatest Greek food you've ever tasted, from baklava to gyros. Not hungry? Try one of the area's shops for all things Mediterranean, including movies and music. Pardon the old joke, but it's all Greek to me. Even the street signs. A short trip south and east from there, and you're in the beaches. One of my favorite spots in Toronto. Here you'll find the more traditional artsy, craftsy stuff. Everything from brass works to stained glass and clothing. As you may have guessed, the beaches includes a beach. Great place to come after all that shopping and just relax. Hey, just feel the sand in your toes. Of course, there are countless other neighborhoods in Toronto, including Little Italy, Little Jamaica, and Little India. But I'll let you discover those on your own. For Wake Up Rochester, I'm Rob Haswell.
Well, Rob, we got to ask you, because we're always talking about food here on Wake Up Rochester. Where's your favorite place to go eat? Where's the good food?
Well, one of my favorite places, and a place that I'm going to be making a stop at before we go back, is actually where I lived for most of my time here in the Don Mills area. And there's a place there called the Sultan of Samosas. He did not pay me to give him this plug. And samosas are samosas, or those triangle type meat patties. It's an Indian food.
Okay.
And you cannot get them anywhere better than what he makes there. Another great place, I love Greek food, so Greektown's a great place if you like gyros or...
I heard you mention the baklava, which is one of my personal favorites.
Too, sure. And lamb, all that kind of stuff.
So you lived here for about a decade, right?
Off and on, yeah. There's a break in the middle, but altogether about 11
with
years.
college and post-college as well. Do you have a favorite little gem of a spot where you like to just relax and kick back?
Actually, my old college campus has little spots like that that are great to just kind of tuck away from, because the average Torontonian doesn't know about them, and
that's Ryerson.
The tourists don't know about them. Yeah, which is Ryerson. It's actually just off of Yonge Street. There's a whole inner quad there and a couple of little parks you can sit by. Especially in the winter, they have a little skate park.
Well, we were on the, is it the 26th floor
from our hotel.
Watching.
That's right. I was showing you my old classrooms.
Yeah.
Some of the professors are still there.
Did you go to classes a lot?
Most of them, yeah.
We won't talk about that.
According to the transcript, I went to them all.
Okay.
Well, still ahead here, we'll have plenty more live coverage for this special broadcast live from Toronto. We'll also bring you up to date back at home on your local news and weather.
When you're walking the streets of Toronto, you are going to be tempted by the street dogs, and if you're going to go for it, go for an Ernie's dog right here on the Ryerson University campus. He's my dog man. I'll take a dog and a sausage, Ernie.
Okay, and we even take money too.
Thanks. You're watching Wake Up Rochester right here on Channel 8. We're live in Toronto.
Tonight at 6 on News 8 Now.
Tonight, a fitness expert visits a local family and puts them to the test. How physically fit is your family? Some tips in active family age.
I didn't know what to do after being denied, but I'm glad I called Jeffrey Friedman Attorneys. Now I'm getting my benefits.
Jeffrey Friedman Attorneys, the advice you need when you need it most.
Welcome to the Delta Chelsea, Toronto's Family Fun headquarters. The moment you walk through the front door, you'll see the difference. From our family check-in to our variety in rooms, we're your home away from home. Kids love Camp Chelsea, with a full lineup of supervised activities, including pool fun at our 4-story corkscrew water slide. Mom and Dad love the freedom to explore downtown Toronto or enjoy a little private time in one of our 6 restaurants and lounges. It's a vacation for the whole family. For special rates and packages, call 1-800-CHELSEA or visit deltachelsea.com.
So many lawyers to choose from. Bill's accident was just awful. The cost, the doctors. How will we get by? Here's the firm we can trust.
Trust is one reason why Salino & Barnes is the area's largest personal injury firm.
It does matter which law firm you choose. We have the success and the experience to fight for what you deserve.
Trust, experience, success. It makes a difference.
WROC-TV.com. News 8 Now 24/7 on the web.
You're watching Wake Up Rochester, live from the Delta Chelsea Hotel in Toronto, Ontario.
Good morning. It's a beautiful morning. The seagulls are just waking up with us. We're
Birds are
live
attacking.
outside in the atrium. No, we do not want them to attack.
Put the food away.
It'd be like that Eugene, Oregon story there.
You know, one of the parts of Toronto that I love most is the skyline. It is spectacular. It's along the lines of a New York City skyline. And we're going to take you on a tour of that a little bit later this morning.
We got a great view of it on the ferry on our way in yesterday. Also, we're going to be visiting with the star of Mamma Mia as she stops by our set this morning.
That's right, but right now let's go back and get caught up on the day's news and weather.
Good morning, Katrina.
Morning.
Good morning. Well, it certainly is a good day weather-wise, both here and up in Toronto.
Yeah, it is. It's going to be kind of like yesterday was, as far as the temperatures and the humidity. The only good news is that the showers and storms we saw yesterday, they're very widespread. That's not going to be happening today, be more isolated. So that's the good news. 66 degrees right now at the Rochester Airport. We have 63 back in the Falls, 64 up in Toronto, and a little bit cooler down in Jamestown at 61 degrees. The dew points not far behind, still in the mid-60s. So with that, it's feeling sticky, it's feeling yucky. So pretty much a repeat performance from yesterday. Temperatures in the mid-70s with showers popping up as we go throughout the afternoon, maybe even a rumble of thunder. Right now, let's head outdoors and get our first look at traffic with Kate McClay. Good morning, Kate.
Good morning, Christine, and a hazy morning at that. Coming into downtown, a little fog here and there, but certainly not going to affect your visibility too much. Light volumes to start us off, and everybody on time. With your Metro Traffic, I'm Kate McClain.
Thanks a lot, Kate. We'll check back in a little bit. First this morning, topping the headlines, we have some news from Toronto. Our team there has learned that the Toronto Port Authority will meet today about the Toronto Ferry Terminal. We are told that ground will be broken sometime in August. Right now, there's a loading ramp for vehicles and a small makeshift building that passengers pass through. The terminal will cost $10.5 million to build. We'll have more on this story throughout the day on News 8 Now. The state Supreme Court has ruled that a law allowing video lottery terminals outside Indian-run casinos is unconstitutional. That's because some of the money from the games is supporting the horse race tracks where they've been placed instead of going completely to education. Despite the ruling, it's business as usual at racetracks like Finger Lakes. An appeals court won't hear the case until at least the fall. Today, the Monroe County Sheriff's Department will announce a new marine patrol. It will be stationed on the west side of the Genesee River. The new unit will use state-of-the-art equipment and safety devices to patrol county parks and waterways. Enron's former chairman will reportedly surrender to authorities this morning at a federal court hearing. Ken Lay confirms that he's been indicted in connection with the collapse of Enron. He insists he's innocent. There is no word yet on the charges Lay will face. Also today, the Securities and Exchange Commission is expected to bring civil charges against Enron's former chief. Do you want to give your family a fitness makeover? Then go to our website, WROC-TV.com, click on features and go to Active Family 8. Thanks to Excella's Blue Cross Blue Shield and News 8 Now, we're providing all sorts of tips to help you lead a healthier lifestyle. You can even log on and win prizes for your participation. And be sure to tune in tonight at 6 and 11 for our monthly Active Family 8 report. That's a quick look at headlines. Still ahead, Toronto is home to the tallest freestanding tower in the world. We'll take you on a Skyline tour of the city. We're live from Toronto next on Wake Up Rochester.
It's here. Vision Auto Group's used car mega sale. Today through 9 Monday. All 5 Vision dealerships. 500 awesome used vehicles. Mega discounts. Cars, SUV, pickups, minivans from $39.95. 100 under $149 a month. Mega. Buyers get a portable DVD player free. Gas grill free. Or 20-inch stereo TV free. Mega. Oil changes for life free. Mega. Credit issues, no issue here. Vision has over 10 million in approved loans. Mega. Do not miss Vision's used car mega sale. On now at Vision Ford, Nissan, Dodge, Hyundai in Rochester and Canandaigua. Today till 9 Monday. It's mega.
Well, my grass is growing, I gotta get mowing. There's only one place that I'll be going. Oh, I gotta get on track.
All 3 on-track dealerships feature a complete line of John Deere power equipment, including the L100 series starting at only $14.99. And new this year, on-track features the John Deere residential Gator utility vehicles from just $45.99.
The right product, right dealer, right price. I gotta get on track.
The Red Wings are swinging into action with a Hillside family of agencies and News 8 Now's Homers for Hillside.
We're rooting for the home team and scoring big for kids.
With every home run, Homers for Hillside scores $88. And check out News 8 Now Sports for an update after every game.
Come out to the ballpark and cheer our team to victory as they step up to the plate to make a difference.
We're hitting a home run, a grand slam for Homers for Hillside with Pittsburgh Mercury, Cellular Express, and News 8 Now.
To keep our community vibrant, we need to think Rochester first.
Hi, my name is Frank Campione, and I'm a certified executive chef and owner of Caesar's Old Fashioned Submarines. We're located at the corner of Whitten Road and Browncroft Boulevard. When it comes to the best subs and salads, Caesar's rules.
This summer, you can stop by Caesar's and pick up a delicious Zweigle's hot dog from our Zweigle's cart.
Caesar's rules!
Remember, think Rochester first.
On the next Entertainment Tonight, Marie Osmond's nightmare.
I found her on the floor and she wasn't breathing. It was horrifying.
The day her 2-year-old almost died.
I just watched this blue come up on my baby.
Then more secrets from the new book Hillary Clinton doesn't want you to read. Is Bill cheating? How his 35-pound weight loss could mean trouble for the Clinton marriage.
When the weight goes down, the sexual activity goes up.
Plus, the British Queens of Clean invade American homes. Next ET.
Thursday at 5:30 on WROC-TV. You're watching Wake Up Rochester, live from the Delta Chelsea Hotel in Toronto, Ontario.
Good morning. It is a beautiful morning here. We're live in the atrium outside at the Delta Chelsea.
We have a beautiful morning to kick things off, and you guys had a great trip over as well.
We did, you're right. And when you happen to take the ferry from Rochester to Toronto, it is a relatively straight trip across the lake.
Yeah, it's 86 nautical miles, I believe, and most of it they do an autopilot.
Right. But however, while they're on autopilot, while you're during the duration of the trip, they will switch to manual control as you get just about 3/4 of a mile from the harbor of Toronto.
As you approach the end of your 2-hour, 15-minute journey across Lake Ontario, you'll be greeted by an impressive skyline in Toronto, or TO. The Canadian National Tower is hard to miss. At 1,800 feet, it towers above all of the other high-rise buildings. Its space deck is the world's highest public observation deck. The CN Tower provides a fantastic view into the Sky Dome, where 65,000 fans cheer on the Blue Jays. It features the world's first fully retractable stadium roof. In addition to professional sports, you'll find hit musicals like Mamma Mia,
Mamma Mia, here I go again.
And Hairspray on stage.
Start to dance, I'm a movie star.
And trendy shops to find the latest fashion. But this city of 2.5 million isn't all play. The financial district is bustling, and its buildings create an extensive skyline. An estimated 10,000 people report to work at First Canadian Place. It's the Bank of Montreal's headquarters, and it's nearly 1,000 feet. Other skyscrapers in the financial district: Scotia Plaza, home of the Scotia Bank; the Canada Trust Tower, which is one of the most distinctive high-rise buildings. One of the shorter but still impressive office building is the Royal Bank Plaza South. All of its 14,000 glass windows are coated with a layer of 24-karat gold. 44 Charles Street West is one of Toronto's tallest residential buildings. And for those visiting who need an elegant place to stay, the neo-Gothic Royal York has seen the likes of Sir Winston Churchill and Cary Grant. Whether a celebrity or not, you won't be stumped for something to do in this vibrant city with a metro population of 5 million.
And nor will you be stuck for a place to eat and find some really fine dining.
Yeah, lots of places to eat, some very cool architecture in and around the city. You'll find yourself doing a lot of this.
Yeah,
looking up at the big buildings.
We're staring up at our hotel, which is 27 floors.
It's a huge building, one of the many downtown, and it also contains a really good chef.
Yes, actually there are 6 restaurants. We're going to meet one of the chefs at the restaurants right now.
And we are learning all about Canadian cuisine this morning, and we are pleased to have with us Kevin Phillips, who is the chef de cuisine here at BB33 at the Delta Chelsea. How did I do with my French there?
Very well. Good morning to you all.
Probably needs a little practice. Well, Kevin is not usually up at this hour. Your hours are usually about 10 to 10 at night. So we thank you for getting up very early.
Not a problem.
You are cueing us in on some Canadian cuisine, and we're starting out with a tomato kind of appetizer?
Yes, here at BB33 at the Delta Chelsea, we try to showcase Canadian ingredients. And one that I'm just going to quickly assemble for you right now are the Ontario tomatoes that we get. Now, these are all organically grown. And
those ones are yellow. I've never seen something like that.
Yeah, we get all kinds of different colored tomatoes here. And everything is locally grown.
They look so nice and ripe and fresh.
Oh, everything comes in fresh every day, and it makes for a real taste experience when you get to try all these. And then these are it's a fresh herb salad that we like to put in the center
It's all
there.
about the garnish. That looks lovely.
All about presentation,
and really quickly,
yes.
we want to mention too, you have another dish here, and this is a smoked fish, which is similar to salmon, but it has a different name, one I had never heard.
It's Arctic char, and it comes from, you know, the Arctic waters in northern Canada. And as you said, it's very similar to salmon. It's very rich. And what we do here is we gently smoke it, and we serve it with a roasty potato, which is...
It looks just delicious, and we're going to get to sample throughout the morning. I can only apologize to my colleagues back at the studio in Rochester because, Christine, we cannot share this food with you this morning. I'm sorry.
That's okay, Kathy, because we had donuts from Tim Hortons, so we're all set. Don't worry about us here in Rochester. We're looking at a pretty nice start to the day. Temperatures, well, they're not too bad, and we do even have some clearing back off to the west. You can see mainly clear skies into Orleans and Genesee and even Wyoming County at this time, but even farther out to the west we do have some clouds starting to move in. So it'll be a hazy day, kind of like it was yesterday, and we'll see more showers and storms later on this afternoon. Looking at the storm flight here, we have temperatures, and well, we have mid-60s here, low 70s in Philadelphia, back off to north and west in Duluth, 55 degrees at this time. So kind of chilly back up into the upper Midwest at this time, and even farther into central Canada, temperatures only in the 40s and even 50s for this Thursday morning. Satellite radar together showed that we had the cold front moving through. It continues to press off to the east. We saw a lot of rain yesterday, over ½ an inch up to 3/4 of an inch in some portions of our viewing area. That activity is off to the east now, but here comes our next disturbance. It's another trough swinging through, so we will see a couple more showers firing up this afternoon, even a rumble of thunder or two by about probably 2 or even 4 o'clock. In between that time period, we have the chance for some thunderstorms to pop up. Other than that, we have high pressure building in behind it, so we'll be seeing some sunshine and a return to pleasant conditions for the day tomorrow. But until then, we have to get rid of this trough and get rid of the haze, get rid of the humidity. Things will improve as we head towards the weekend. For today, temperatures in the mid-70s for the daytime high. We will see those showers and storms developing anytime throughout the afternoon. Not as widespread as yesterday, so that's the good news. For tonight, partial clearing overnight, turning cooler, temperatures back into the mid-50s for the overnight low. The sun comes up, well, it just came up, 5:40, and it sets at 8:52 this evening. Looking towards the next 5 days, temperatures in the upper 70s for the day tomorrow. We'll get rid of the humidity. We'll bring back the sun by the afternoon. And for the weekend right now, low to mid-80s both days. It'll be warm and it will be a little bit humid out there. A couple thunderstorms popping up. Right now, let's head outdoors and take our next look at traffic with Kate McLean. Kate?
And coming into downtown, Christine, we're looking great. Light volumes, a little misty in areas, but certainly shouldn't slow you down too much. As far as any accidents or disabled, we're not finding any on the side roads or even the main lines. With your Metro traffic, I'm Kate McLean.
Kate, thank you. We could not have picked a nicer morning to broadcast outside in Toronto.
It is a beautiful day here this morning. Got a quick quiz for you.
Uh-oh.
All right, what
On the
do
spot.
Eugene Levy, George Wendt from Cheers, and Andrea Martin all have in common?
Well, I know you adore Eugene Levy, and he's from Toronto.
That's one of the links between a couple of them, but they all share a start with the Second City Theatre. We're going to actually explore Toronto's Second City Theatre coming up a little later on.
Welcome to the Delta Chelsea, Toronto's family fun headquarters. The moment you walk through the front door, you'll see the difference. From our family check-in to our variety in rooms, we're your home away from home. Kids love Camp Chelsea, with a full lineup of supervised activities, including pool fun at our 4-story corkscrew water slide. Mom and Dad love the freedom to explore downtown Toronto, or enjoy a little private time in one of our 6 restaurants and lounges. It's a vacation for the whole family. For special rates and packages, call 1-800-CHELSEA or visit deltachelsea.com.
Everything for your way of living is at your furniture gallery.
Shop now for incredible savings during our Red Tag sales event. Living rooms, dining rooms, bedrooms, entertainment centers, leather furniture, and much more, all at Red Tag savings. Buy now with no interest for 1 full year. You pay so much less and always get so much more at York Furniture Gallery.
Everything for your way of living is at your furniture gallery.
I've been trying to simplify my life, keep an eye on my expenses. And actually, cable TV helps. Instead of going out to dinner, my husband and I make dinner together. We cook from recipes we found on the Food Network, and voila, gourmet meal for 2 right in our own home. Yeah, I think that cable TV has changed the way I see TV.
Discover the value of Time Warner Cable with our $29.95 a month for 3 months trial offer. Call now.
It's here. Vision Auto Group's used car mega sale. Today through 9 Monday. All 5 Vision dealerships. 500 awesome used vehicles. Mega discounts. Cars, SUV, pickups, minivans from $39.95. 100 under $149 a month. Mega. Buyers get a portable DVD player free. Gas grill free. Or 20-inch stereo TV free. Mega. Oil changes for life free. Mega. Credit issues? No issue here. Vision has over 10 million in approved loans. Mega. Do not miss Vision's used car mega sale. On now at Vision Ford, Nissan, Dodge, Hyundai in Rochester and Canandaigua. Today till 9 Monday. It's mega.
Own a timeshare or campground membership? Turn it into cash.
Timeshares only got us our full asking price in just a few weeks.
Our timeshare was rented before our next monthly payment was due.
Timeshares Only is the nation's largest, #1 most successful timeshare agency, representing properties from the biggest names in the industry.
No one sells more timeshares.
You owe it to yourself to work with the best. Timeshares Only, the most trusted name in timeshares.
Don't delay. Call 800-410-7621 now.
You're watching Wake Up Rochester, live from the Delta Chelsea Hotel in Toronto, Ontario.
Morning. Well, we are indeed live from Toronto, and it is a beautiful start to the day. Now, even if we weren't in a good mood, Toronto would be a great place to cheer up because we know that Toronto is famous for comedians. Getting a good laugh in the city is pretty easy. Produced people like Mike Myers, of course, Jim Carrey, and the late, great John Candy.
Well, many of the funny folks who come out of this city all get their start at one place, and it's called Second City.
And as you'll see in this report coming up, Torontonians can find humor in just about anything, including in Rochester.
It all started in the 1970s when the now famous faces of John Candy, Dave Thomas, Eugene Levy, and Catherine O'Hara walked off a stage built in an old Toronto fire hall and into a TV studio to help create SCTV.
Well, good morning, farmers, and I call you farmers because who the hell else will be up this time of morning? Well, I'm Big Jim McBob.
And I'm Billy Saul Hurock, and welcome to Farmville.
The old Fire Hall Theater has since closed, but the spirit lives on at the all-new, state-of-the-art Second City Theater on Blue Jays Way in Toronto. We got a special tour behind the scenes with Naomi Zinikas and Matt Barham, who are members of the current cast.
Okay, we're going backstage right now, but the national touring company, they're rehearsing on the stage, so we're going to duck behind.
First stop, the dressing rooms. There we found the usual mess and something that disturbed Naomi.
Is everything okay?
Yeah, I'm going through a period in my life, just a transitional phase.
Let's get used to it.
That's okay.
The highlight of the tour was the green room, where much of the writing is done and where stars drop by to write on the walls.
Steve Tyler was here from Aerosmith.
Other Hollywood graffiti included Martin Short, Andy Dick, Dave Foley, and Eugene Levy. There were no big names hanging around when we visited, but we did see Paul Bates, an up-and-coming star, who recently co-starred with Ray Romano in Welcome to Mooseport. It's actually Rochester that plays a starring role in the latest show called Invasion Free since 1812.
This is the ferry to Rochester, right?
That's right. Now the end of the rope is tied to Rochester.
Current cast member Sandy Jobin Bevins hopes Rochesterians take their ribbing with a smile.
I don't think we make fun of Rochester in it. I think we sort of try to embrace it. And I think any publicity is good publicity, and we're trying to publicize together or work together to promote the Rochester Fair.
Of course, before I left, I had to see if I had what it takes to make it on the Second City stage.
Here.
He twisted
The
head of
the
bear and
Broke.
it in half.
That would be a disqualification.
Yeah. I'll
was
keep
really
my
good. It's our
day job.
fault.
Joking around in Toronto, I'm Rob Haswell for Wake Up Rochester.
Not bad. You've tried comedy before.
I've done a little bit of comedy in the past. Yeah, these guys are they're incredibly talented folks. And you know what? A lot of these faces that you see in the cast now may show
They
up
could be
in
the
movies
next
in the
big
future.
stars. I got to see the Second City in Chicago a couple of times, so I know Toronto's not the only place for Second City.
And you can say, I knew them when.
That's right.
Yes.
Well, we're going to get to meet them in just a little while as
Cool.
well. Later
Great.
on in the show, they're going to come in and perform live for us. And we're going to give away stuff. We love giving away stuff here on the show. We've got what's called the Eat, Sleep, and Do Toronto package. We're going to give that away courtesy of our fine friends over at Second City. It's a whole vacation package. If you want to enter for a draw for that, all you have to do is email us at wakeup@WROC-TV.com. Subject, Make Me Laugh. And of course, if you want to buy tickets, you can do that. The new show is called Invasion Free since 1812.
We should mention as well that we're not only giving away that prize pack, but we have some people traveling with us. 2 Rochesterians who won the Viewers Club prize package, and they're traveling with us, and I hope they're getting a good night's sleep because they have a busy, busy day ahead.
Yeah, they're staying with us here at the Delta Chelsea, in fact. And when we come back, we're going to talk about all that this wonderful hotel has to offer, not just for us adults, but for the kids, too. A visit to Camp Chelsea when we come back.
News 8 Now Men's Fashions provided by the Red Bar Gentlemen's Apparel in Pittsford Plaza.
I work really long hours. I didn't have time for cable. Anyways, that's what I thought. Until I realized that cable could let me watch my favorite shows on my schedule. Well, I use their digital video recorder. It lets me save up to 40 hours of my favorite shows. So when I come home, I can kick back and watch my favorite movies and shows. The busier you are, the more sense it makes.
Discover the value of Time Warner Cable with our $29.95 a month for 3 months trial offer. Call now.
Everything for your way of living is at your furniture gallery.
Shop now for incredible savings during our Red Tag sales event. Living rooms, dining rooms, bedrooms, entertainment centers, leather furniture, and much more, all at Red Tag savings. Buy now with no interest for 1 full year. You pay so much less and always get so much more at York Furniture Gallery.
Everything for your way of living is at your furniture gallery.
It's here. Vision Auto Group's used car mega sale. Today through 9 Monday. All 5 Vision dealerships. 500 awesome used vehicles. Mega discounts. Cars, SUV, pickups, minivans from $39.95. 100 under $149 a month. Mega. Buyers get a portable DVD player free. Gas grill free. Or 20-inch stereo TV free. Mega. Oil changes for life free. Mega. Credit issues? No issue here. Vision has over 10 million in approved loans. Mega. Do not miss Vision's used car mega sale. On now at Vision Ford, Nissan, Dodge, Hyundai, and Rochester and Canandaigua. Today till 9 Monday. It's mega.
It's the bottom of the 9th, 2 outs, and next to bat for Bill Grace is the world's greatest cheeseburger. Strangely, it's still anyone's game. Come on! Bill Grace is the top-ranked team, but they can't seem to get a run today. Something fishy is going on here. Pitcher is out of here. That's what he gets for throwing a grease ball. That's an illegal pitch. Home run! The world's greatest cheeseburger does it again.
You're watching Wake Up Rochester, live from the Delta Chelsea Hotel in Toronto, Ontario.
Welcome back as we continue our live broadcast here in Toronto, staying at the beautiful Delta Chelsea Hotel, and Melanie Greco has been helping us out. Thanks for joining us this morning, Melanie.
Thank you for having me.
Toronto has so much to offer for families, but when mom and dad want to go out and they want the kids to be occupied, you have a lot of great things here at the hotel to keep the kids busy.
Yes, we do.
First and foremost, I think the kids are probably most excited about your water slide.
Oh, very excited. It's 130 feet long. It's the only indoor water slide in the downtown area, so we've been very, very busy.
Probably hard to get the kids off the water slide once they're in there. But we should also mention that you have plenty of other things for the kids as well. In fact, you have something called Camp Chelsea.
Right. Camp Chelsea is a program that we run in the summertime. It runs from 9 o'clock in the morning until 5:30 p.m. every day, Monday through Sunday, actually. And it's a program for kids aged 5 to 12. We take the kids in the morning, parents can drop them off, and we entertain them all day long. They have arts and crafts, they have indoor and outdoor sports, they have time at the water slide and the family pool. There's all sorts of activities for them to do when they come in at night with their families. We have games at night, 2 movies that are scheduled as well as 1 game. And the games range from Family Fear Factor to our Chelsea Challenge, which is sort of a mix between a Family Feud, charades, and Pictionary. So it's a lot of fun for them, very competitive, and they just have a great time.
And the meals are included too.
Meals are included, yep.
Mom and Dad really don't have to worry about anything. You got it all covered. I wanted to mention a little bit about where we are for people who aren't familiar with the Delta Chelsea Hotel. There's so many things right within a stone's throw of this hotel.
Exactly. We are at the corner of Yonge and Gerrard, which is in downtown Toronto. There's so many things to do. We're just steps away from the Eaton Centre, a lot of the big attractions like the Royal Ontario Museum, the Art Gallery of Ontario. The Sky Dome is not too far away, so you can go and check out a Jays game and or some other sports events. And the Entertainment District is just a couple of blocks away.
I know. We're looking forward to hitting Yonge Street and the Eaton Centre, where they have about 300 plus shops in the Eaton Centre.
You'll be very busy in there. You spend a lot of money.
Hopefully we brought enough with us to cover our trip. But anyway, thank you, Melanie, so much for joining us this morning, for helping us out at our stay here at the Delta Chelsea. It's a lovely morning, a lovely stay. And when we come back, we'll have plenty more coverage live here from Toronto, and we'll bring you up to date on local news and weather back in Rochester.
If you want to see the Yankees play but you don't want the drive to the Big Apple, hop across the lake, watch them take on the Jays in Skydome, the world's first retractable dome. You're watching Wake Up Rochester live in Toronto right here on Channel 8.
The legacy of George Eastman will live on in Rochester forever. Not only as the father of photography and motion picture film, but also for his charitable contributions. Everywhere you go, you see the generous work he created.
I'm News 8 Now's Dave McKinley, and I will take you inside the private life of George Eastman with rare, never-before-seen home movies from his private collection.
Celebrate his 150th birthday in George Eastman then and now. Tonight at 11 on News 8 Now. See the difference every day. Win the ultimate summer cruise as a Viewers Club member. Sign up today at WROC-TV.com and win with Liberty Travel and WROC-TV Viewers Club.
What do you do when your dog meets a skunk?
Right away I smelled it. He could not come in the house, he reeked. The first thing that came to my mind after he got skunked was to go on Roadrunner. The ingredients were hydrogen peroxide, baking soda, and also Dawn dish soap.
Recipes aren't just for cooking. Learn more, achieve more. Get the answers fast with Roadrunner High Speed Online. Get your first 6 months of Roadrunner for just $29.95 per month. Call 756-BEEP today. Nobody's faster than Roadrunner.
I am an American soldier.
I am an American soldier.
I am an American soldier.
I live the Army values. I will never
accept defeat.
I am disciplined, physically and mentally tough.
I am a professional.
I am a professional.
I am the guardian of freedom.
And the American way of life.
I am an American soldier.
I am the Army National Guard.
Defend freedom. In the Army National Guard, you can. Visit 1-800-GO-GUARD.com today.
Drive Time is news time with the combined efforts of News 8 Now and News Talk 950 WROC AM. Don't get caught in traffic. Turn us on and stay informed.
I'm driving to work 1 minute, and this guy slams into me.
If you're seriously injured, we'll help you get the best medical care possible. We'll help you get a job. We'll help you get better.
Good morning and welcome to a special edition of Wake Up Rochester, live from the Delta Chelsea Hotel in Toronto, Ontario.
And good morning. We're actually broadcasting from 2 countries right now. We're across the lake in Toronto, Canada, and we have our colleagues broadcasting from the studio on Humboldt Street in Rochester, New York.
Yeah, this is a first for Wake Up Rochester, and we're so enjoying our time here in Toronto. We are based here at the Delta Chelsea Hotel. It is so comfortable out this morning, too. It's nice to be here in short sleeves.
Yeah, it's a gorgeous hotel right in the heart of everything. It's a short walk to just about anything you want to do, from sports through to theater, fashion, and don't worry, lots of shopping.
And we're going to cover all that coming up on the show, too.
Yeah, we got lots of that coming up. We're also going to take you for a little trip around the city and show you some of Toronto's famous neighborhoods like Chinatown, Greektown, talk a bit about the food you can get there, and a few other things as well.
Also ahead this morning, it is one of the hottest shows in town, and today it's making a stop here on Wake Up Rochester. We're talking about Mamma Mia, and one of the stars of that hit show is going to visit us here this morning.
And one of the hottest free publications is called Where Magazine. You can find out what to see and what to do, and right inside you'll find an advertisement for the Breeze. So we're going to take you on the Breeze. We took a trip on the ferry yesterday, and we're going to show you the phenomenal skyline that will greet you at the harbor in Toronto.
Yeah, Toronto does have one of those great skylines, the CN Tower and the Dome.
Yeah, that's the first thing you see, I think, is the CN Tower. And I have a view from my room today while we're staying here at the Delta.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, such a beautiful view from any side of the hotel, really.
Yeah, it's a great place to be because you're right in the heart of the city. So we'll talk more about the hotel and all that stuff that we have coming up. But of course, we've got to keep everybody at home up to date as well.
Yep. So we're going to turn it back to our colleagues in the studio, Katrina and Christine. Good morning.
Good morning. You know, the weather, they're saying it's so nice up there, but it's not bad here either.
It's not bad here. We have temperatures in the 60s, so kind of feeling like it did yesterday at this time. And we do have a few more showers and even a couple rumbles of thunder in the forecast later on today. Right now, looking at the satellite and radar together, I'll put this into motion. You can see that most of the activity is well off to the east of us. We do have Some clearing skies back off to the west temporarily, but you can see over Ontario right now and into extreme southwestern New York State, we do have some more clouds starting to fill back in, and that is with our next trough that moves in, gives us a chance for a couple thunderstorms later on today. It will still be humid. It's pretty much a copycat forecast from yesterday. Once again, just not as widespread in the activity by later on today. Right now, let's head outdoors and get our next look at traffic with Kate McLean.
Well, we do have an accident. Good morning. We do have an accident, 490 eastbound, and it's actually shut down because of an accident investigation. That's 490 eastbound between Route 19 Lake Road and Route 33A, Chili-Riga Center Road. Should be down only temporarily, but what you can do is exit at Lake Road and then take 33 back to 490 eastbound as an alternate route. With your Metro Traffic, I'm Kate McLean.
Thanks a lot, Kate. We'll check back with you in just a bit. First of all, this morning we start off with some news from Toronto. Our team there has learned that the Toronto Port Authority will meet today about the Toronto Ferry Terminal. We are told that ground should be broken sometime in August. Right now, there is a loading ramp for vehicles in a small makeshift building that passengers pass through. The terminal will cost $10.5 million to build. We'll have more on this story throughout the day on News 8 Now. The state Supreme Court has ruled that a law allowing video lottery terminals outside Indian-run casinos is unconstitutional. That's because some of the money from the games is supporting the horse race tracks where they've been placed instead of going completely to education. Despite the ruling, it's business as usual at racetracks like Finger Lakes. An appeals court won't hear the case until at least the fall. Today, the Monroe County Sheriff's Department will announce a new Marine patrol that will be stationed on the west side of the Genesee River. The new unit will use state-of-the-art equipment and safety devices to patrol county parks and waterways. Enron's former chairman will reportedly surrender to authorities this morning at a federal court hearing. Ken Lay confirms that he's been indicted in connection with the collapse of Enron, although he insists he's innocent. There is no word yet on the charges Lay will face. Also today, the Securities and Exchange Commission is expected to bring civil charges against Enron's former chief. Do you want to give your family a fitness makeover? Well, then go to our website, WROC-TV.com, click on features and go to Active Family 8. Thanks to Excelis Blue Cross, Blue Shield, and News 8 Now, we're providing all sorts of tips to help you lead a healthier lifestyle. You can even log on and win prizes for your participation, and be sure to tune in tonight at News 8 Now at 6 and 11 for our monthly Active Family 8 reports. That's a quick look at the day's top stories. Now we'll head back to Kathy, Rob, and Melissa in Toronto. I understand we're going to hear a little bit about your trip over on the ferry.
Exactly. Yeah, thank you, Katrina. We had quite a trip yesterday. Rob did not get to join us because he came up a little early, but Melissa and I got to enjoy our very first ride on the fast ferry. It was great.
We hopped on board. But that wasn't until after we saw a spectacular sunrise at the Port of Rochester. We had some live reports from Charlotte. We met the new CAT's president, the director of operations, the captain for that 7:30 departure, and that's Danny Aycock. And then, of course, we went right to the back of the boat.
Yeah, Melissa and I wanted to be on that back deck to get a full feel for what it's like when that ship reaches full speed. It goes up to 50, 55 miles an hour, and it starts out so slow, and then instantaneously it's just going so fast, and our hair was whipping, and it was difficult to even make our way back inside because the force of the wind was so strong.
It's a lot of fun. It feels almost like an amusement park ride, but seriously, hold on to any children, hold on to your hat, and if you like your sunglasses, hold on to them, because you just could lose them into Lake Ontario. You know, it's very busy outside, but it's very calm and serene inside. It's a catamaran with 2 pontoons, so you really won't feel the waves. You really don't need your Dramamine. I normally get motion sick, and I didn't this time.
Yeah, it was a very smooth ride, and while we were inside on the ship, we did get to meet our Viewers Club winners, and I think we saw them just a moment ago. Mike and Jessica Connor of Albion, and they're enjoying a 2-night stay here at the Delta Chelsea and take us to one of the shows. So they've been a lovely couple to talk to and catch up with.
They have indeed. They're not the only Rochesterians, though. Here, a couple of big
there
busloads
are plenty here in the hotel, yes.
We've met a lot of friendly, familiar faces.
But not everybody on the ferry got to go where you guys got to go.
You're right.
We got a special trip to some place called The Bridge.
Yes, and that's where you'll find the captain, Danny Aycock, who I mentioned a little bit earlier. Danny is one of the 2 captains along with John Williams. Danny works typically the morning shift, and John works the evening shift. They're both from Texas, and now they're based in Rochester, New York. On the bridge, we had a chance to understand the controls. There are 4 engines, $1 million each. The captain explained how to understand the radar and watch for other boats in the lake. There's a simple joystick, almost like a little Atari joystick, that will actually steer the ship. And there's a little button that says distress button. That's covered by plastic, but just in case, you can be sure it's there for you.
Yeah, they warned us, please do not touch the distress button.
Don't touch anything, they said.
You got to sit in the captain's chair. I got to sit over in the engineer control center and look at the computer. And there was so many high-tech things controlled through this computer, everything on the ship, from the air conditioning to 30 different cameras that are placed throughout the boat, and we had some fun eavesdropping on some of our fellow crew members who were with us.
They seemed to behave.
Yeah, they were behaving. We didn't have any audio, just video, so we can't be sure what they were saying, but it was fun.
And when you got in, there was no problems disembarking the boat? Everybody got off on
Very
time?
Smooth.
Very
Yeah,
smooth?
very smooth. I think the ferry arrived a little bit late. It left the port of Rochester a little bit late, but when we got there, we saw this spectacular view of the city skyline, from the harbor in Toronto. And when disembarking, it's very organized. You'll find the bikers departing first, and then you'll find the tour buses, the cars, and then the walk-on passengers. I was basically considered a walk-on passenger, so I had to get my luggage once I disembarked the vessel, and then I had to go through customs and immigration. That took a little bit of time, but still, if you happen to be a walk-on passenger, when you leave the temporary terminal right now at the Port of Rochester, you'll find a city bus and a plethora of taxis waiting for you.
Yeah, really, the whole process went pretty quickly because we had two different carloads here with our group. I was in the first carload. We were here to the Delta Chelsea within 45 minutes checking in. Now, Melissa, I know it took your group a little bit longer because you guys had the equipment and all of that had to go through customs. But all in all, very smooth, and it was nice to see the taxis lined up there at the port for all the passengers when they get off. Seems like things are really flowing very smoothly.
Right. Well, a taxi is pretty easy to get in Toronto. It's similar to New York. You can hail them on the street, or they're usually lined up in front of things like the theater when you're coming out of it, or the ferry. So it's pretty easy to find a taxi, or, as you say, use some of the public transportation.
Yeah, I talked to one of the cab drivers who said that they know to be there 10 minutes before the ferry is set to arrive. So I don't think you'll be stranded.
Everything's right on schedule.
Yeah.
Of course, we want to do some shopping while we're here. We've been talking all about this. We need a lesson on the currency first, Rob.
Well, obviously, we know that the U.S. dollar goes just a little bit further.
Which is great.
Good
which
news.
is fantastic. Get about a 30% bonus, a little kickback on your American dollars when you bring them over here. A couple of things you should bear in mind, though, for the denominations under $5. There's the $5 bill. That's the blue one. Okay. But after that, you get down to coins, and the coins have little nicknames around town. So if you hear people referring to them as a loonie, that's the $1
Don't be offended.
coin. No, you're not the loonie.
Right.
The coin's the loonie because it has a loon on the back. And then there's the $2 coin, which has kind of adopted the name the toonie.
The toonie and
I don't
the
know why
loonie.
we decided as Canadians that it had to rhyme, but apparently we did.
And
Makes
the
it
toonie
easy.
buys a good candy bar. It's called the Mr. Big.
Mr. Big, yeah. There are a few candy bars.
We've been
you
enjoying
can,
that, yeah.
Discover here, that's right. Now, U.S. currency, that's accepted pretty much anywhere in the city, at least in most of the tourist districts. Now, you get a little bit away from that, and you may not get it as readily accepted, but of course there are currency exchange places all over the city.
And don't forget to pick up one of these and save your receipts in order to get tax refunds.
That's right, you can get back what's called the GST, or the General Sales Tax. The General Sales Tax is refundable to Americans or any tourists.
You can do that right when you're going across the border on the way home.
We've
Very
had
easy.
a pretty nice trip so far. We've been in Toronto now for just about a day.
That's right, and it's been a fabulous day, and we'll have more coming up. We're going to take you to places like the Bata Shoe Museum, show you some of the neighborhoods of Toronto, and of course have the folks from Second City.
To keep our community vibrant, we need to think Rochester first.
Hi, my name is Frank Campione, and I'm a certified executive chef and owner of Caesar's Old Fashioned Submarines. We're located at the corner of Whitten Road and Browncroft Boulevard. When it comes to the best subs and salads, Caesar's rules.
This summer, you can stop by Caesar's and pick up a delicious Zweigle's hot dog from our Zweigle's cart.
Caesar's rules! Remember, think Rochester first.
Come to the Sterling Renaissance Festival in Sterling, New York, and surrender your senses with storytellers and musicians. Stage and street performances, plus sumptuous food, artisans and crafters, and much, much more. It's a whole new festival every weekend. Huzzah! July 3rd through August 15th, Saturdays and Sundays only.
Visit the Thousand Islands Seaway region and its endless coastlines connecting New York and Ontario. Cruise and explore woods and waters online at getaway1000.com or call for a free travel planner filled with value-packed coupons. The whole family will enjoy our waterfront resorts and villages. The Thousand Islands Seaway region. Go online or call now for your free travel planner and coupons. Getaway1000.com or 1-800-8-ISLAND.
Everything for your way of living. Is it your furniture gallery?
Shop now for incredible savings during our Red Tag sales event. Living rooms, dining rooms, bedrooms, entertainment centers, leather furniture, and much more, all at Red Tag savings. Buy now with no interest for 1 full year. You pay so much less and always get so much more at York Furniture Gallery.
Everything for your way of living is at York Furniture Gallery.
You're watching Wake Up Rochester, live from the Delta Chelsea Hotel in Toronto, Ontario.
Well, we are looking at a really nice start to the day today, kind of like it was yesterday here in the Rochester region, and over in Toronto our folks are looking at a wonderful start to your Thursday. We do have temperatures in the mid-60s, 64 degrees at the Rochester Airport, 65 in Dansville, a little bit cooler over in Jamestown, 61 degrees at this time. But check out the dew points in the mid-60s as well. Actually, this map has not updated yet because your dew point cannot be higher than your temperature. So dew point down to 64 degrees at the Rochester Airport. So we are still looking at another muggy day today, and we have the chance for a couple more showers, even a rumble of thunder or two by the time we head into the afternoon hours. We'll see 74 degrees for the daytime high in Albion, 75 in Batavia, in Canandaigua, 76 degrees. So not everybody's seeing the thunderstorms this afternoon. A much more scattered, much more isolated event than yesterday. It was a very widespread event yesterday, so things looking a little bit better for your afternoon today. Looking at the bigger picture here, you can see the spin right here throughout the upper Midwest. That's where the upper level low is. It'll continue to push another trough through western New York, so that is why we'll be seeing the clouds thicken up later on this morning and those showers and storms potentially for the afternoon hours. But we'll get rid of this, we'll get rid of the humidity, and we'll bring back the sunshine as this area of high pressure builds in for the day tomorrow. But for today, until then, we're looking at a humid day. Showers and storms possible throughout the afternoon. Temperatures in the mid-70s for the daytime high tonight. Things start to quiet down. We'll see partial clearing, and those temperatures fall back into the mid-50s for the overnight low winds. They lighten up to out of the west about 5 to 15 miles per hour. Looking ahead to the next 5 days, we'll bring back the sunshine for your Friday. Upper 70s for the daytime high. Saturday and Sunday, low to mid-80s both days. And there's a chance for a couple thunderstorms to pop up each day. Then we'll see another system move through on Monday, clouds and a few showers as well, temperatures low 80s. But now let's head outdoors and check on traffic with Kate McLean. Kate?
Good morning, and a little bit misty coming into downtown, but none the worse for wear. But something you do have to be aware of, 490 eastbound between Route 19, that's Lake Road, and Route 33A, that's exits 1 and 2. That's closed in between that area because of an accident investigation. What you'll have to do is exit from 490 eastbound at Lake Road and then take Route 33 back to 490 eastbound as an alternate route. With your Metro traffic, I'm Kate McLean.
All right, thank you very much, Kate. It's a beautiful day here as we continue live from Toronto. The birds are even coming out. I don't know if you can hear that in the background, but they are rather loud.
Everyone's awake.
They're waiting for their morning.
Stay far away, though. No target practice, please.
They're waiting for their morning feeding, I suppose. You, of course, know that in Rochester we have some fabulous neighborhoods like Park Ave. You've got the Entertainment District on Alexander with all the clubs and all that kind of stuff, and Corn Hill. Some really cool neighborhoods in Rochester.
Toronto has its own fair share of fine neighborhoods. Plenty of places to go exploring, from Chinatown to the beaches on Lakeshore. We're going to get a tour of all the hot spots.
Well, Toronto really is truly an international city. Did you happen to know that there are more than 100 languages and dialects spoken here in Toronto? Well, you are watching Wake Up Rochester live from Toronto, Canada on this Thursday morning.
On the next Entertainment Tonight, Marie Osmond's nightmare.
I found her on the floor and she wasn't breathing. It was horrifying.
The day her 2-year-old almost died.
I just watched this blue come up on my baby.
Then more secrets from the new book Hillary Clinton doesn't want you to read. Is Bill cheating? How his 35-pound weight loss could mean trouble for the Clinton marriage.
When the weight goes down, the sexual activity goes up.
Plus, the British Queens of Clean invade American homes. Hollywood! Next, ET.
Thursday at 5:30 on WROC-TV.
I grew up on free TV. I just didn't see the value in paying for television. Well, my family talked me into trying Time Warner Cable, and I have to say, it's really wonderful. Of course, there's great entertainment channels, but my kids also watch the Learning Channel, the Discovery Channel, and the History Channel, and I think it actually helps them to learn. And that alone is worth having cable in our home.
Discover the value of Time Warner Cable with our $29.95 a month for 3 months trial offer. Call now.
Welcome to the Delta Chelsea, Toronto's family fun headquarters. The moment you walk through the front door, you'll see the difference. From our family check-in to our variety in rooms, we're your home away from home. Kids love Camp Chelsea, with a full lineup of supervised activities, including pool fun at our 4-story corkscrew water slide. Mom and Dad love the freedom to explore downtown Toronto, or enjoy a little private time in one of our 6 restaurants and lounges. It's a vacation for the whole family. For special rates and packages, call 1-800-CHELSEA or visit deltachelsea.com.
You're watching Wake Up Rochester, live from the Delta Chelsea Hotel in Toronto, Ontario.
Good morning. We continue our live coverage here in Toronto, visiting a place that all women will want to visit. Toronto is home to the baddest shoe museum. You can never have enough shoes, right?
Sure.
This is a unique 5-story facility. It features a collection spanning over 4,000 years, 10,000 pairs of shoes.
Yeah, I don't think you'll be able to afford these, though. These are shows like the red leather pumps worn by Marilyn Monroe, Beatle boots from John Lennon from the early 60s. Who do you think this red and silver platform shoe belongs to? These boots were once made for walking for Elton John. Wow. You will find this museum on Bloor Street West in downtown Toronto. Bloor Street, by the way, is the place where you can find some of the most interesting fashions and the most expensive fashions.
Most expensive fashions.
All
the top
high-end
designers
stuff.
there. So bring your money if you're going there.
So you're going to come later with your credit card?
I've brought the credit cards. They're completely maxed out, but you're welcome to try.
Thanks very much.
You can watch as they cut them into pieces.
You know, so many Torontonians will travel to Rochester to explore our malls and explore the Finger Lakes and the outlets. They'll maybe even explore the Park Avenue area, Corn Hill, Erie Canal.
Right.
And as we've been learning, Toronto has all sorts of its own neighborhoods that we need to explore. Each has its own distinct flair.
Right.
Yeah, that's right. And we could be here all day if we tried to go through each and every one of Toronto's neighborhoods, but we thought we'd take you to just a few.
Toronto. The name comes from a Huron word that means meeting place, and that's exactly what it is, a multicultural meeting place for people of more than 100 different nationalities. It also plays host to people from all walks of life, from the high-power business tycoon to the flower power artsy folks. As a result, very unique and wonderful neighborhoods have developed. Let's take a look at just a few. First stop, Chinatown. It's actually on the west side of downtown, but as you walk along Spadina, you'll feel like you've spun around the globe to the Orient. The streets are lined with merchants offering some of the city's freshest fruits and vegetables. But don't be shy. The etiquette around here is to get in there, find the best bunch. You'll also be able to pick up items like fresh duck or seafood, check out some of the latest news from the world of Asian entertainment, or grab a seat and treat yourself to some authentic Chinese cuisine. If all that isn't for you, it's also the best place to find that little trinket for the person who has everything. Next stop, a short drive to Queen Street West, where you'll find the city's alternative arts set. You can cruise the bars and pubs or shop for offbeat shoes, very offbeat shoes, and some retro clothing. When you're on Queen Street, you can drop by and who knows, maybe you'll get on TV. Just bring what they call a loonie, a $1 coin, into the video booth, grab yourself a seat, and you've got 3 minutes to say whatever you want. And maybe plan before you drop your dollar. I got nothing. On that note, let's hightail it over to Greektown. Along Danforth in the northeast corner of the downtown core, you'll find some of the greatest Greek food you've ever tasted, from baklava to gyros. Not hungry? Try one of the area's shops for all things Mediterranean, including movies and music. Pardon the old joke, but it's all Greek to me. Even the street signs. A short trip south and east from there, and you're in the beaches. One of my favorite spots in Toronto. Here you'll find the more traditional artsy, craftsy stuff. Everything from brass works to stained glass and clothing. As you may have guessed, the beaches includes a beach. Great place to come after all that shopping and just relax. Hey, just feel the sand in your toes. Of course, there are countless other neighborhoods in Toronto, including Little Italy, Little Jamaica, and Little India. But I'll let you discover those on your own. For Wake Up Rochester, I'm Rob Haswell.
And I'm sure many of those neighborhoods have so much fine food in them. How do you narrow down the choices?
You don't. You just kind of pick one a day for a calendar year and then start over the next year, pretty much.
Yeah, you just pig out. Don't count the calories.
Toronto's actually your old stomping grounds. Where did you live?
I actually lived, for the most part, in my adult life anyway, in an area called Don Mills, which is actually one of the most diverse neighborhoods, over 100 different nationalities just in that little area. So a very cool part of the city. And it'll take you years and years, many trips to see all of Toronto. That's good. You can just keep coming back and hopefully they'll keep coming across to Rochester. One of the things you can see while you're here is Second City. It's the famous theater that turned out great names like Mike Myers, John Candy, all those. We'll meet the current cast, and they'll perform for us, give us their view on the Rochester Ferry. That's coming up as we continue live from Toronto on this Thursday morning.
I've tried the latest lines from A to Z, but there's just one thing that looks good.
The legacy of George Eastman will live on in Rochester forever. Not only as the father of photography and motion picture film, but also for his charitable contributions. Everywhere you go, you see the generous work he created.
I'm News 8 Now's Dave McKinley, and I will take you inside the private life of George Eastman with rare, never-before-seen home movies from his private collection.
Celebrate his 150th birthday in George Eastman Then and Now. Thursday at 11 on News 8 Now. See the difference every day.
Sally's rehab costs are overwhelming. Weeks in the hospital. That car just ran the light. We need a good lawyer. I know who's best for us.
By putting our clients' needs first, we become one of America's largest personal injury firms.
During the past 2 years, we believe that we've had more success, resolved more cases for more money than any firm in Western New York.
Trust, experience, success. It makes a difference.
Welcome to the Burger 500. The world's greatest cheeseburger is off like a shot. He's stupendous. He's amazing. He's simply the world's greatest cheeseburger. It's the final lap. Nothing can stop him now. Oh no, Crazy Burger's blocking the lane. Holy cow. Bill Gray's really has the world's greatest cheeseburger.
The Red Wings are swinging into action with a Hillside family of agencies and News 8 Now's Homers for Hillside.
We're rooting for the home team and scoring big for kids.
With every home run, Homers for Hillside scores $88. Then check out News 8 Now Sports for an update after every game.
Come out to the ballpark and cheer our team to victory as they step up to the plate to make a difference.
We're hitting a home run, a grand slam for Homers for Hillside with Pittsford Mercury, Cellular Express, and News 8 Now.
You're watching Wake Up Rochester, live from the Delta Chelsea Hotel in Toronto, Ontario.
All right, good morning. We are indeed live in Toronto, and these are some famous faces here in the city, and perhaps, who knows, becoming famous faces on a TV screen or in a movie coming soon, because these are all the current cast of Second City. Welcome to the show, guys.
Thanks. Good morning.
All right, let's just go down the line, meet everybody. Tell everybody who you are.
I'm Naomi Sneakus.
Paul Constable. Sandy Jobin Bevins. And I'm Matt Barham.
And of course, you are the current cast. The show is called Invasion Free since 1812.
And we're lacking in our Jamila Ross this morning.
Oh, okay.
There's one more cast member, yes, Jamila Ross.
Okay, so she's just sleeping in, or what?
Ross, we call
actors tend not to get up at 5:30 in the morning, 5 in the morning, so it's actually, she had a little difficulty. It's actually 4:30 here because we're in Canada.
Oh, yeah,
so,
you don't confuse the people. That's not true.
It's a currency issue.
It's a Celsius.
That's right, it's the rate of exchange.
Yeah.
All right, well, you're obviously in fine, funny bone form.
Oh, yeah.
You're laughing it up already.
Yes.
So why don't I step back, and you're going to perform one of the sketches from the current show, which is actually stars Rochester as a subject.
Oh, yeah, it's almost like they're starring role in there.
We come to the climax of the show, and we had to bring in Rochester to really hit it on home.
We didn't know what else to do.
So
we
Rochester is
like
Rochester is in theater terms the denouement.
Yes, that's right.
Or the
Deus Ex Machina. Yeah, also.
Yes.
All right, well, let me get out of the way, and you
Okay.
guys go right into it. This is the Rochester sketch from the current show at Second City.
So is this the ferry to Rochester?
That's right. The other end of the rope is tied to Rochester. Yep, my family's been bringing people from Rochester to Canada for generations now. But I never seen someone go the other way. That's all right, I could use the company. Yeah, my great-great-granddaddy used to bring over black people who didn't want to be slaves no more.
Well, that's the Underground Railroad, right?
That's right, that's what this is. And my own daddy used to bring back the hippies in the 70s who didn't want to muck around in the rice paddies of Saigon.
Draft dodgers of the Vietnam War.
That's right.
I guess no one's using that Underground Railroad these days.
Oh, sure they are. It's gathering up a new head of steam.
Who's sneaking into Canada now?
Mainly homosexuals looking to get married. Homosexuals, liberals, and bush dodgers.
Aren't two of those the same?
But Liberals and homosexuals?
The other two.
Oh, I see what you're doing there. Because of the dodging bush and all that.
Yeah.
That's early in the morning for that
Oh,
one.
wow, that's a little too early.
Yeah. Been doing this for a long time. But say, why are you going to Rochester?
Well, I'm heading out into the world, trying to find paradise, and I thought, what better place to start than Rochester, New York?
Good idea, boy. Rochester's a place for new beginnings.
Thank you.
Well, of course. This is theater love right here, everybody. I gotta ask you though, how did that sketch come to be? Why don't you step up a little closer to the mic here so we can hear all you guys?
Matt, a little too close. Matt had the idea of this old. I was pulling rope a dope,
and that was inspired, I guess, because of the early problems the ferry had.
It was. It happened to be a great coincidence. It was just something I was doing with all those river crossings, and then of course the ferry having that collision in New York and that parking problem.
Yes.
And getting it happening in Toronto, people getting involved, and we thought we had to do something.
Right. And so that's how Rochester worked its way into the show.
Yeah.
Of course, you're doing all of this tongue in cheek, and you don't mean to offend. Have you offended? Has there been anybody?
Yes, absolutely. Dude, man. You should come to Rochester and check it out, because we got stuff over here. We got the Kodak building, dude.
Somebody wrote to us from Rochester and said, your city isn't so great.
Yeah, look at your own city first. No,
we do that too. We make fun about ourselves before we make
Well, of course, if you want to come over and see the show yourself, there are two ways to do that. We're actually going to give away a package to come over, see the show, hang out with you guys.
Hang out.
Hang out with us. Yeah, hang out with you guys. Didn't you know? Okay. And all you have to do is email us at wakeup@WROC-TV.com with the subject, the big Second City giveaway.
Can we give packages to Rochester?
Yeah, there are packages to Rochester. You're welcome to come over.
Excellent.
And you can also, of course, get tickets by logging onto their website or through their reservation line, which is on your screen now. You guys are going to come back a little later on in the show and maybe give me a few comedy tips.
We're going to get you to the comedy frame of mind.
Comedy tips, that's right.
6:30 comedy frame of mind.
Right now, well, we deal with these people. Let's go over and we're going to check in with Kathy, who is back with our chef this morning.
Kathy?
I don't know how we follow an act like that.
I don't know. With this fine cuisine, we might just be able to. Of course, Toronto is an international city with more than 100 languages and dialects, and an international city for your palate as well.
Yeah, we are getting spoiled today. We're with the chef de cuisine here at the Delta Chelsea, and he is treating us to all sorts of Canadian cuisine. We're going to sample coming up in just a little bit.
As a matter of fact, the Archie said.
What do you do when your dog meets a skunk?
Right away, I smelled it. He could not come in the house, he reeked. The first thing that came to my mind after he got skunked was to go on Roadrunner. The ingredients were hydrogen peroxide, baking soda, and also Dawn dish soap.
Recipes aren't just for cooking. Learn more, achieve more. Get the answers fast with Roadrunner High Speed Online. Get your first 6 months of Roadrunner for just $29.95 per month. Call 756-BEEP today. Nobody's faster than Roadrunner.
Everything for your way of living is at your furniture gallery.
Shop now for incredible savings during our Red Tag sales event. Living rooms, dining rooms, bedrooms, entertainment centers, leather furniture, and much more, all at Red Tag savings. Buy now with no interest for 1 full year. You pay so much less and always get so much more at York Furniture Gallery.
Everything for your way of living is at your furniture gallery.
To keep our community vibrant, we need to think Rochester first.
Hi, my name is Frank Campione, and I'm a certified executive chef and owner of Caesar's Old Fashioned Submarines. We're located at the corner of Whitten Road and Browncroft Boulevard. When it comes to the best subs and salads, Caesar's rules.
Looking for a healthy alternative? Turn any sandwich into a new low-carb wrap for only $5.50.
Caesar's rules!
Remember, think Rochester first.
You wouldn't use hairspray for perfume? What? Or a sock for a mitten. So why use any other pad to do what a Poise pad does? Poise is the right pad to deal with those little leaks that have nothing to do with your period. And now it's improved. See, the blue got bigger, and Poise got even better. To help control those little leaks. Now a Poise pad does what a Poise pad does, better than ever. The right pad just got better.
You're watching Wake Up Rochester, live from the Delta Chelsea Hotel in Toronto, Ontario.
Good morning and welcome back here at the Delta Chelsea. Getting ready to try some Canadian cuisine this morning.
We even managed to eat on the road.
Tomato appetizer. Let me give it a taste.
We are with the chef de cuisine this morning. Pretty good?
Big thumbs up?
Excellent.
Thumbs up, okay.
Very nice, Kevin.
Also coming up on the show, in addition to hanging out with the chef this morning, we'll meet one of the stars, the young stars of Mamma Mia, one of the hit shows, musicals on the stage right now in I almost said Rochester, in Toronto. It has traveled through Rochester, but now it is on stage in Toronto.
It has been for over 40 years now. Yeah. And of course, we just saw the folks from Second City. They were a hoot, so theater's a big deal here in Toronto, as
Even
it is in Rochester.
theater.
Even street theater. You're absolutely right. Look at this. I'm Taz. It doesn't really fit my head.
It's amazing art.
What is this, Tigger?
Yeah. He likes to bounce.
We're going to meet a street sculptor of balloons coming up in just a bit. International award-winning balloon sculptor, actually.
Now back to our colleagues in the studio.
We do have to get to some serious news and weather.
I guess, if we must. It's hard to follow that now, isn't it? It certainly is. It's like they're having a lot of fun, and I'd like a professionally prepared breakfast. That would be nice.
I will make you breakfast in our next break, okay?
Oh, okay. Sounds good.
It won't be professional by any means. 64 degrees right now at the Rochester Airport, 65 in Dansville. A little bit warmer in Penyon, 67 degrees. Today, kind of like yesterday, it'll be another humid day. We'll see showers and thunderstorms popping up throughout the afternoon. The difference today is it won't be as widespread as it was yesterday, so more isolated in nature. Temperatures into the mid-70s for the daytime high. Right now, let's head outdoors and check on traffic with Kate McClain. Good morning, Kate.
Good morning, Christine. And coming in from the west side, you're going to have a little bit of trouble getting on 490 eastbound between Route 19, Lake Road, and Route 33A, the Chilai-Riga Center Road. You've got that closed due to an accident investigation. Exit from 490 eastbound at Lake Road, and then take Route 33 back to 490 eastbound as an alternate route. With your Metro Traffic, I'm Kate McClain.
Thanks a lot, Kate. Topping our news headlines this morning is some news from Toronto. Our team there has learned that the Toronto Port Authority will meet today about the Toronto Ferry Terminal. We are told that ground will be broken sometime in August. Right now, there is a loading ramp for vehicles and a small makeshift building that passengers pass through. The terminal will cost about $10.5 million to build. We'll have more on this story throughout the day on News 8 Now. The state Supreme Court has ruled that a law allowing video lottery terminals outside Indian Run casinos is unconstitutional. That's because money from the games is supporting the horse racetracks where they've been placed instead of going completely to education. Despite the ruling, it's business as usual at racetracks like Finger Lakes. An appeals court won't hear the case until at least the fall. Today, the Monroe County Sheriff's Department will announce a new Marine Patrol. It will be stationed on the west side of the Genesee River. The new unit will use state-of-the-art equipment and safety devices to patrol county parks and waterways. Enron's former chairman will reportedly surrender to authorities this morning at a federal court hearing. Ken Lay confirms that he's been indicted in connection with the collapse of Enron, although he insists he's innocent. There is no word yet on the charges Lay will face. Also today, the Securities and Exchange Commission is expected to bring civil charges against Enron's former chief. Now we're going to go back to Kathy in Toronto and taking a look at some Canadian cuisine this morning.
Yes, we're learning all about Canadian cuisine, and we're with the chef de cuisine from BB33 here at the Delta Chelsea. Kevin Phillip has gotten up so very early with us, and we thank him for that. Kevin, you're hard at work while you're finishing up here. Tell us, when people ask you, what is Canadian cuisine, how does it differ from American cuisine?
Well, it's all local fresh produce, and a lot of what we bring in, we get a lot of great game meats in Canada, and we get a lot of local produce such as fresh seedlings and organic tomatoes and cucumbers, and you name it. There's all kinds of great stuff.
Organic tomatoes, and I just sampled one of those a few minutes ago. These are delicious. This is one of the appetizers you made in our previous segment. And we also had a fish dish earlier, and now you're hard at work here on the grill.
Yeah.
We have so much food here. Take us through what you're doing.
There's a lot going on. Over here, I'm just finishing off. This is a red snapper dish, and it comes with a potato gratin, and the sauce that's going down on that is
such a nice bright
saffron.
sauce.
It's a saffron fennel broth, and I just finished that one off really quickly with just a little bit of fresh fennel on top like this.
That looks delicious.
And oh yeah, everything that is on this menu is virtually Canadian born, so to speak.
Up here we have a cold pasta dish.
Yes, that's it's a play off of like a potato salad, but it's with farfalla and prosciutto and fresh peas, and then it's in a minted cucumber sauce.
This over here is lamb, very tiny slices.
Right, it's a lamb carpaccio, thin slices of lamb loin, and it comes with a beet salad. And around the outside, the dressing is a Parmesan truffle oil dressing.
This has potatoes in it. Is this an appetizer here?
This one is a shrimp dish that we do here.
We're adding the shrimp as we speak, hot off the grill. That smells so good, doesn't it?
They're tiger shrimp.
With our fork.
Right, and I make a special sauce. This is a piquille pepper sauce, and piquille pepper, not too spicy, whoopsie.
A little bit of zing.
That happens. Yeah, piquille peppers are a Spanish pepper, and they're very sweet and they're very bright red, and the color is great, so it really adds a lively color and a zing to the plate as well.
What do I get to try first?
Well, you can take your pick, so you can try just about anything.
Thank you. Yeah, we didn't even get to the venison steak you're doing up there. You're finishing another piece of shrimp. Kevin, thank you so much for getting up early with us this morning. We are getting the royal treatment here at the Delta Chelsea. What do you think?
It's excellent. Very, very good.
We'll be right back with much more live coverage. Wake Up Rochester on the road in Toronto right after this.
When you're walking the streets of Toronto, you are going to be tempted by the street dogs. If you're going to go for it, go for an Ernie's dog right here on the Ryerson University campus. He's my dog man. I'll take a dog and a sausage, Ernie.
Okay, and we take money too.
Thanks. You're watching Wake Up Rochester right here on Channel 8. We're live in Toronto.
Today at 5 on News 8 Now.
If your workouts take you outside on muggy summer days, a new gadget can give you an immediate look at the heat index. Find out how it works in Health Watch.
You could win the ultimate summer cruise with the WROC-TV Viewers Club. Sign up today at WROC-TV.com. Then watch News 8 Now at 6 to qualify. It's the ultimate summer cruise with Liberty Travel and WROC-TV Viewers Club.
I said a little honey bunny, tell me what you're sweating. I got my rabbit ears on and I wanna get chummy chummy.
Over 8 million drivers feel really good riding with Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Welcome to the Delta Chelsea, Toronto's family fun headquarters. The moment you walk through the front door, you'll see the difference. From our family check-in to our variety in rooms, we're your home away from home. Kids love Camp Chelsea with a full lineup of supervised activities, including pool fun at our 4-story corkscrew water slide. Mom and Dad love the freedom to explore downtown Toronto or enjoy a little private time in one of our 6 restaurants and lounges. It's a vacation for the whole family. For special rates and packages, call 1-800-CHELSEA or visit deltachelsea.com.
Ladies, your cars are all set.
Boy, that was quick.
At Jiffy Lube, no two customers are exactly alike. And neither are their cars. So no matter what kind of car you drive, Jiffy Lube knows exactly what it needs. Nobody knows your car's specific needs, and nobody knows oil changes better than Jiffy Lube. Because cars are different, just like people. Jiffy Lube, the well-oiled machine.
You're watching Wake Up Rochester, live from the Delta Chelsea Hotel in Toronto, Ontario.
And we are already giggling. We have a gentleman by the name of Kenton Kruger, who I've known a very long time, actually, since kindergarten. And since then, he has stopped eating paste, for one. And he has actually become an international, world-renowned balloon sculptor. Look at these creations. It's amazing.
This is about the best I can do at this AM hours.
Oh, this is the best?
I'm self-employed. I'm not up till noon. I'm still up from yesterday.
And you've been doing this.
How long does this take, though?
That took about 5 minutes. These guys, these ones that we got here are about 5-minute guys. The ones you saw earlier. They're little 5-minute jobbies. Just for line work, that sort of thing.
These are great.
They're not the award winners at all.
We do have some of your award-winning work here, though. I don't know if we can get a close-up on some of these shots, but these have won international competitions.
Oh, wow.
And your first glance, you don't even really notice that these are just balloons. It looks like, you know, plaster work or something. It's pretty amazing stuff. Now, you have traveled all over the place, but you can also be seen very frequently here in Toronto, correct?
Absolutely. I do mostly in-house corporate work these days. Unfortunately, I don't get down to your state so much because I work for the Buffalo Sabres for the playoff games, and those have been few and far between in the past couple of seasons.
Just playoff games.
Just playoff games, the odd season fan festival, that sort of thing, but mostly it was the playoff games. So.
Well, I've personally nicknamed Rochester Festival City, so I'm sure we can find you a reason to come over. This is great work. Is there something you can quickly do for us here as we wrap up this segment?
Sure. Why don't you here, hold on to that guy? Why don't I get you to make a dog here?
Get me to make a dog?
Yeah, absolutely. Here.
All right.
Bend your balloon.
Bend the
Give it a
balloon.
squeeze.
Give it a
Twist, 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 twist. Keep going, keep going, keep going.
I'm twisting.
Bend
I'm afraid to stand
over
there.
Bend it over there. There you go. Ah, it's not even close. All right. Bend it one more time and you got it. Sure, it's a weird poodle dog. It's a weird poodle dog. You got it close though, buddy. That's not so bad. That's not so bad.
I can give him a little weird tail or something.
There you go. See, it's not that difficult to do the dogs. It's not that hard. We got a quick time. I wanted to give away 2 quick websites. BalloonFunhouse.com. There's a gentleman in Rochester does these named Larry Moss. He's a balloon god.
Larry Moss is
there
you
go. Absolutely. He's got a cancer fundraiser event happening in October. It's a Balloon Funhouse. I'll be down there. There's probably about 20 balloon artists from around the world are all gathering in Rochester for the last part of October for the fundraiser.
So we can actually see you down there at
Absolutely.
that. There you go. The Toronto-Rochester
Excellent.
connection continues. Let's go back to the studio now and get caught up on the day's weather. It's great here. What about the other side of the lake?
Well, the other side of the lake, we're pretty great too this morning. We have some clouds in the region. Temperature's not so bad though, mid-60s right now. At the Rochester Airport, we have 69 degrees downtown. All across the board, temperatures in the mid-60s at this point. Dew points right behind, so we are seeing some areas of fog. That is a possibility. And another humid day with dew points in the mid-60s. You can see we do have a couple of chances for scattered thunderstorms as we go throughout the afternoon. Temperatures generally topping out in the mid-70s for the daytime today. As we take a look at the temperatures across the region, well, not too bad. Mid-60s here, 71 degrees down in Philadelphia, 70 in Norfolk, and back off to the west, temperatures a little bit cooler into the mid-50s, even into Chicago and into Duluth as well. So temperatures not so bad today, but feeling a lot stickier than it will, say, tomorrow when we get a fresh air mass in, and then we'll start to be a little more comfortable by the afternoon hours tomorrow. But until then, we're looking at another humid day, the chance for some showers and storms to pop up as we go throughout the afternoon. Not as widespread activity today as it was yesterday, so that is the good news. 76 degrees for the daytime high. For the night tonight, we'll start to clear things out. Things will calm down. Temperatures fall back into the mid-50s for the overnight low. Winds, they will relax as well. They'll be out of the west about 5 to 15 miles per hour. As we look ahead towards the next 5 days, we'll see some sunshine for Friday. We will have very comfortable conditions. We'll see a pretty nice weekend as well. Temperatures mid-80s for both days, and we stand the chance for a couple of thunderstorms to pop up in the afternoon on Saturday and as well on Sunday. Right now, let's head outdoors and check on the traffic with Kate McLean. Good morning, Kate.
Good morning. And over on the west side, you've got a problem. 490 eastbound at exits 1 and exit 2. That's closed due to an accident investigation. What you can do is exit from 490 eastbound at Lake Road and then take 33 back to 490 eastbound as an alternate route. Also, we've got a disabled 104 westbound on the Bay Bridge. With your Metro traffic, I'm Kate McLean.
Thank you very much, Kate. If you love 70s music, you love to tap your feet and you love to dance, I know where you want to be.
Yeah, it's a great show. I got to see it last night. I stayed up late just to go see it. It was a great show. You don't want to miss it.
And this Mamma Mia coming up this morning on Wake Up Rochester.
Tonight at 6 on News 8 Now.
Tonight, a fitness expert visits a local family and puts them to the test. How physically fit is your family? Some tips and active family age.
I had a very serious on-the-job accident.
If you're seriously injured, we'll help you get the best medical care possible. We'll help you get a job. We'll help you get better.
Mario's Via Abruzzi pasta sauce, now available at Wegmans.
Attention car buyers, for a limited time only, Marina Dodge in Webster is disposing our entire inventory of like new bank repos, lease terminations, rental returns, and more. For 4 days only, Marina Dodge will offer drastic price reductions to the public, regardless of profit or loss. 0 down delivers, no payments for 90 days, and payments start as low as $79 a month. Add credits, don't sweat it. Credit restrictions have been relaxed for this special event. Our disposal sale absolutely ends on Sunday. Hurry to Marina Dodge in Webster now.
It's a jungle out there. Lead poisoning is lurking to get your little ones. Lead paint chips for them to nibble on. lead dust for them to breathe. So keep little ones away from peeling paint. Wash their toys and wash their hands before they eat, and damp mop often. One more thing, have young ones tested for lead poisoning. Take care of your pride and joy. Get ahead of lead.
Everything for your way of living is at your furniture gallery.
Shop now for incredible savings during our Red Tag sales event. Living rooms, dining rooms, bedrooms, entertainment centers, leather furniture, and much more, all at Red Tag savings. Buy now with no interest for 1 full year. You pay so much less and always get so much more at York Furniture Gallery.
Everything for your way of living is at your furniture gallery.
News 8 Now, brought to you in part by York Furniture Gallery.
You're watching Wake Up Rochester, live from the Delta Chelsea Hotel in Toronto, Ontario.
Toronto has become one of the world-renowned theater towns right after New York and London. And of course, many of the big-time shows are here. Mamma Mia has been playing for 4 years, going into its 5th year, and we're joined by one of the stars, and this is Anna Maggot. Good morning.
Hi.
Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you, especially after such a long night, because of course you have performances.
Yes, we did. Yeah, it's a pleasure to be here, though.
We appreciate it.
It was a pleasure to watch your show last night. Myself, as well as a bunch of the Wake Up folks, went down and took in the festivities, packed house yet again, and it's been going strong for 4+ years now. It sells out almost every night.
Yeah. I think what the real star of the show is the ABBA music, because it just appeals to so many generations and so many people, and I think that that's the real star of the show.
It's the big draw.
I've seen the show in New York, I've seen it in Rochester at the tour, and I've seen it in Toronto. Is the show the same everywhere you go?
I believe it is. I actually, when I took my vacation, I actually went to Broadway, New York, and I saw the show there. And it was pretty much the same, and it was just as good, and it had me standing up, dancing in the aisles and stuff. So
I have to ask you about that. You play Sophie in the show here in Toronto. You've seen other people play Sophie. Does that influence your performance?
Somewhat, I guess. I had the chance to understudy the role last year when I was in the chorus. I just played a chorus role last year, and it did influence it a bit, but it takes a while to sort of make the role your own. So it's just a lot of work to make it your own. So it just kind of develops from watching other people and putting your own sort of spin on it too.
Yeah. And we have a clip actually of you making the role your own. Why don't we take a look at that right now?
It was like shooting a sitting duck, a little small talking, smiling baby. I was stuck. I still don't know what you've done with me. A grown-up woman should never fall so easily. I feel the kind of fear when I don't have you near.
And that's just a small snippet of what you'll see at the Royal Alexandria Theatre. Do you have a favorite piece, a favorite song in the show?
I think my favorite song in the show is Dancing Queen. I love it. Yeah.
Why is that?
I don't know. I used to, when I was in high school, we used to dance to it at parties and the high school dances and stuff. And
it seems to find a new generation of fans each and every year.
I think it does, yeah.
I mean, you're the age that you missed the 70s pretty much altogether, but yet it appeals to you.
Yeah, I really think it's the music that really keeps the show going so strong.
We should mention too, you're just 22 years old, but you've been in the theater business for many, you're a veteran.
Yeah, since you were 7.
Yeah, I was in Les Miserables with Mervish Productions at the very same theater when I was 7 years old. I played the role of young Cosette, and I've been doing this ever since.
And there's a connection between Les Mis and the current colleague you have in this show.
Yes, the woman who's playing my mother, Kim Huffman, who plays Donna Sheridan, she played Cosette Senior, and I played Cosette Junior. So she played me older, and now we're playing mother and daughter.
Wow,
that's really cool. And the show, I think, is really a lot of fun because ABBA music has got this great kitsch to it, and you guys have fun with it. You know, they have these people coming out in purple dive suits and flippers and all this kind of stuff. So it's really a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Takes you back to the 1970s.
Yeah, I guess so.
Now you're on stage through late September, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, September 2005. Yeah.
So if you would like to get tickets to Mamma Mia, again on stage, 2 hours and 20 minutes at the Royal Alexandria Theatre, you can pick up tickets by going online to mervish.com or by calling 1-800-461-3333, and that's through September of 26, 2005.
Yeah.
Wow.
We'll be
Of
there.
course, we're going to be giving away some tickets as well. So all you have to do is log on to our website or email us at wakeup@WROC-TV.com with the Mervish in the subject line. And again, it's a fabulous show, one of many that Mervish has put up in the city, along with all the other theaters, of course.
Yes.
Anna, thank you again. I know you had a late night last night. You have a certain call tonight, too.
Yes, yeah.
We appreciate
Thank you for having me.
Thanks so much.
And can I sing Dancing Queen for you?
Go, sure, I'd love to.
No, in the break. Save everybody. Spare everybody. All right, let's turn to Kathy. Kathy, you going to sing?
I don't think so. I'll leave that to the pros.
Go on, Kath.
Of course, the Theater District, one of the many neighborhoods we've been exploring here in Toronto. And up next, we're going to take you to a place that has been borrowed for several Hollywood blockbuster films. A visit to Toronto's Distillery District is right after the break.
CBS tonight on CSI, a not-so-great escape.
Hitch a ride under a bus. It's one way to get out of jail.
Turns into something much worse.
She wasn't trying to escape.
It's the case that will put CSI behind bars.
In the state of Nevada, there's never been a homicide in a female correctional facility.
Until now.
CSI. Then.
A school bus has gone missing.
There's a bunch of children trapped with no air.
Get down! Without a trace, after CSI, CBS tonight.
I wanted a way to actually remove tough odors from my home, even those caused by bacteria. Lysol Listen.
Nutra Air air treatment from the makers of Lysol.
It neutralizes tough odors from odor-causing bacteria, leaving the air smelling clean. Thanks for listening, Lysol.
Could I? Go ahead. Oh!
Sorry, miss. Bit of an odor.
Is your toilet saying things behind your back? Clean 2-in-1 from Lysol cleans with every flush and fragrances between flushes.
We're fresher now.
Clean 2-in-1 from Lysol.
Welcome to the Delta Chelsea, Toronto's family fun headquarters. The moment you walk through the front door, you'll see the difference. From our family check-in to our variety in rooms, we're your home away from home. Kids love Camp Chelsea with a full lineup of supervised activities, including pool fun at our 4-story corkscrew water slide. Mom and Dad love the freedom to explore downtown Toronto or enjoy a little private time in one of our 6 restaurants and lounges. It's a vacation for the whole family. For special rates and packages, call 1-800-CHELSEA or visit deltachelsea.com.
Sealy, official supplier of the 2004 U.S. Olympic team. Sealy's Posturepedic twin mattresses are just $139, and Posturepedic queen sets are only $399. All with free delivery, setup, and removal. Only at the Sealy Sleep Centers at Raymore and Flanagan.
You're watching Wake Up Rochester, live from the Delta Chelsea Hotel in Toronto, Ontario.
Ladies who love their shoes are going to want to take a moment to look at this next piece of video here. We're taking you to a place that all women, and maybe some men too, they like their shoes, but everyone will want to visit the Bata Shoe Museum. It's a unique 5-story facility, thousands of pairs of shoes, and they span over about 4,000 years.
To kind of give you an idea of how many shoes you'll find there, the quality of shoes. Marilyn Monroe pumps. You'll find shoes that were worn by John Lennon in the 1960s, and you will also find some platform shoes that are red and silver, worn by none other than Elton John.
Of course.
Sir Elton John.
Yes, I'm sorry. Thank you for correcting me. Yes, and you will find this museum on Bloor Street West, which is the hot shopping district. So you can go look at the shoes and admire them, and then go buy your own.
Try to buy your own. You're going to have to bring a lot of money if you want to go shopping in that district.
But don't forget the dollar's doing quite well right now.
That's true. You get the 30% bump on the American dollar over here. And you know what? There are always sales. You can always find bargains,
We'll have
even
to
the
see how
high-end
far it
stores.
goes. Yes.
You know, and the good shopper can always find a bargain.
Oh, well, that's us.
Hey, that's right. Well, we'll take you shopping. Don't worry.
Okay.
I know you guys have been chomping at the bit, and I don't blame you. I want to get out there and do some shopping of my own. Now, while we're around town, though, which we're planning to do right after the show finishes, we're likely to see a bunch of film crews. Toronto has become Hollywood North. They're filming all over the place. One of the big-time places to film in the past several years has been what's called now the Distillery District. And it's a place that has some great old architecture, and it's kind of being developed into an area of its own. It's a neighborhood that's been around actually for more than 160 years. It was founded back in 1832 by William Gutterham and James Warts. Now, the distillery became the largest in the British Empire, which certainly, given the date, is saying something. It's one of the best preserved collections of Victorian industrial architecture, and the Toronto arts community is certainly making the most of it.
Well, there's a $20 million renovation plan underway, turning the distillery's 44 buildings into 100 shops, 21 art galleries, restaurants, and microbreweries. Throughout the year, the distillery hosts various events like music and arts festivals, and it has become a hotspot for Hollywood. It really has been transformed into a Hollywood backlot.
Chicago, X-Men, The Recruit, Frequency, Against the Ropes, and The Hurricane, just a few of the hot titles that have been shot in this district. You can reach the Distillery District via East Front Street. The actual address is Mill Street. That's kind of close to the water. It's a very nice district.
It's actually not far from where the Ferry docks.
Right, so a very convenient place to visit.
Yeah, that's right. And just even walking around downtown, you're likely to see something. Right now, they're filming something, I'm guessing, circa 1940s. They've got a side of one of the department stores turned into Madison Square Garden.
Oh, wow.
The marquee out there and everything.
And I know Russell Crowe's up here with Renee Zellweger currently shooting a film.
And
we'll see
you can spot some stars. One of the other ways to spot stars, and one of the other Hollywood connections that Toronto has, is, of course, the Toronto International Film Festival.
Right.
Become one of the big stops.
And that will go on in the fall, as always, in September. So mark your calendar for September 9th through the 18th. Advanced ticket sales will begin on Wednesday, the 14th of July. If you'd like to snatch some tickets, 416-968-FILM.
And we've been talking about some of the big names in Toronto, some big names on hand for last year's festival, including Nicole Kidman, Denzel Washington, Alec Baldwin, Nicolas Cage, both the Coppolas. We're talking about Francis Ford Coppola and his daughter, fellow director
They run Hollywood.
Sofia Coppola, just to name a few. So I don't know, maybe we'll see some stars out and about today.
I didn't see any stars last year, but I did go to the film festival. I had a wonderful time just seeing the new films. There are so many creative films out there to see that you wouldn't normally find in the big theaters.
It's a great festival.
Hey, up next, we have all sorts of things still ahead here on Wake Up. This is just a small example of what's to come.
It's Cheech for Cheech and Chong.
Our visit with the balloon artist next.
The sights, the sounds, the tremendous things to do while visiting our neighbors to the north. Take the fast ferry with Wake Up Rochester to Toronto and see what a breeze it is to take the whole family along. Wake Up Rochester, live in Toronto from the Delta Chelsea Hotel. Tomorrow from 5 to 7 a.m.
At America's Best, you'll find the best savings for the whole family. Like 2 pairs of incredible glasses from our huge new selection for just $69.95 with a free doctor's eye exam.
See? Up to 70% less than elsewhere.
Wear contacts? Join the Eye Care Club and get free eye exams for 3 years. Plus, get SoftMed or AccuView disposable contacts for just $12.49.
I saved over $300.
You can too. Call 1-800-2PAIR or go online.
So many problems, worries. But I'm confident with Celino and Barnes handling Gina's accident case. They're successful, know how to win.
A lot of law firms claim to be the best, but the fact is, we are the largest and we believe the most successful firm in Western New York.
No other firm has the power of 40 personal injury attorneys. Put our experience and success to work for you.
Trust, experience, success. It makes a difference.
It's here. Vision Auto Group's used car mega sale. Today through 9 Monday. All 5 Vision dealerships. 500 awesome used vehicles. Mega discounts. Cars, SUVs, pickups, minivans from $39.95. 100 under $149 a month. Mega. Buyers get a portable DVD player free. Gas grill free. Or 20-inch stereo TV free. Mega. Oil changes for life free. Mega. Credit issues? No issue here. Vision has over 10 million in approved loans. Mega. Do not miss Vision's used car mega sale. On now at Vision Ford, Nissan, Dodge, Hyundai, and Rochester and Canandaigua. Today till 9 Monday. It's mega.
You're watching Wake Up Rochester, live from the Delta Chelsea Hotel in Toronto, Ontario.
Welcome back. It is 6:56 this morning on the split edition of Wake Up Rochester.
It's time to get our last check of traffic with Kate McLean. Well, I'm sure the roads are looking pretty good. Kate will have another.
There were some delays, I know, on 490 because of an accident. She must be checking on that right now.
Yes, she must be. We'll get another check of that at the bottom of the half hour, about 7:30. Right now, though, we have the 5-day forecast looking really good as we head in the next couple of days. Really warm for the weekend, too.
Okay, well, we'll toss it back to Toronto. How's it going up there, gang?
Very good. The morning couldn't have been nicer.
We are clowning around a little, can you tell?
You like my face mask?
Rob's turned into Tigger.
I'm from Winnie the Pooh.
I feel like I'm going to the high school prom. I have a little ladybug corsage.
That looks great.
I have an example of Rob's previous work. He tried to make a dog earlier. I think we should leave that to the experts.
It's not saying much for Rob wearing
Sorry,
prom,
Rob.
because Rob, to his own high school prom,
here we
wore
go.
a tie-dye, bow tie, and cummerbund with a white tuxedo.
Really?
And I believe you were standing right beside me with the exact same outfit, were you not?
We should mention as well for anybody just joining us, you guys go way, way back.
Yes.
About grade 4. Or no, 4
Kindergarten.
years old.
Yeah, 4 years old. Yeah,
You
we met in
sure? Got the story straight?
We don't know. We'll corroborate our evidence later.
Now, what do you make?
Very
But
true.
not only are you one of the common street performers here in Toronto for things like Raptors games, Leaf games, and whatnot, that you're also coming to Rochester too for a charity event.
Coming down for a charity event in October. It's at the Grease Ridge Mall?
Yes, that's right.
Okay.
Yep.
It's a charity fundraiser, Cancer Research and Treatments. It's being hosted by Larry Moss, the local balloon god. Somebody was looking for a
I
flower.
ordered a flower. Thank you. It's beautiful.
And that took you all of like a minute and a half. You started that during the commercial, right?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
You're gifted.
How long have you been creating the balloon
About
art?
14 years. I've been doing this for about 14 years.
And what turned you onto this art?
I just saw some guy doing balloon dogs, and I thought, I'm not waiting another 18 years to get a balloon dog. I got to figure out how to make my own.
Look at how elaborate some of these creations
This is
are.
Oscar
This
the
is
Grouch?
Oscar the Grouch, complete with his garbage can lid.
And that's a hat, by the way.
And of course we have, from Winnie the Pooh, there's Tigger and Tasmanian Devil as
The
well.
Taz. Can't forget the Taz.
The hats are great.
That's one of my favorites.
This is fabulous.
Thank you so much for joining us
Thanks
this
for
morning.
having
Of
me.
course, people can see you out and about on the streets. We really quickly, before we leave, we want to show everyone the final product from our feast here.
How about a flower
Kevin
for you,
Phillips
too?
from the Delta Chelsea was kind enough to treat us to all of this Canadian cuisine. We have a lot to sample this morning.
Kenton, come on over.
Thank you again for joining us. We also have some folks from Rochester who've come down to watch us. We had a busload of people on the ferry with us, so hello and
Morning,
thanks for
guys.
coming down to see us this morning.
It's great to have a live studio audience.
Large crew on the ferry yesterday and just milling around Toronto. It was nice to see so many familiar faces and friendly faces too.
It was. It was a packed ship.
Well, we've had a great time here, and of course we are going to do it all over again tomorrow morning. We've got a lot more stuff that we can tell you. We could probably do a couple of dozen shows from here before,
There's so much to
we
cover.
run out of things to say. Tomorrow we're going to talk about the Canadian Walk of Fame and some of the stars we spotted on one of our trips here.
We'll talk with the CAA, the equivalent of the AAA, the AAA, about some road trips you can take.
And of course, we're going shopping. Wish us luck. We'll see you again right here tomorrow.
Have a great day. Great. Thank you. Thanks.
Thanks for watching Wake Up Rochester. If you're heading out right now, catch all the day's news, weather, and traffic on News Talk 950 WROC-AM. And be sure to join us today for News 8 Now at noon.